This is the best Knicks team of my life. And I've seen them, in the Pat Riley era. I saw them, in the Van Gundy era. I saw them with Ewing. I've seen them with Bernard King. This team, you take a look at the 99 finals and see who started for the Knicks. Obviously, Ewing was hurt, but the rest of the team, too, with all due respect to those legends that show up, this team is deeper and better.
Yeah.
I think.
I just think it's one of those series that the X factor, the player that says right. Okay, these guys are going to do their thing or get clamped. What am I going to do? I believe in OG like that.
And I think Castle could be that guy, and I think Cat could be that guy. Yeah. It's just, you got Stockholm syndrome. You just love your captor.
Big man.
All right, we'll hit game 1 on Thursday's show. NCW.
So, Ruka.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696 to learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as
The Arizona Sports YouTube channel for live shows, podcasts, viral clips, shorts, and more. Just the local sports leader doing what we do on YouTube. Serve yourself some Arizona sports. Subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
It's Gatos. I'm here with Jamie, the owner of Southwest Blinds.
Hi, Gatos.
Nobody, especially my wife, wants me installing blinds.
Well, great news, Gatos, because at Southwest Blinds, we don't just sell window coverings. We help design them, we measure them, and we install them professionally, which means no more guesswork, no more messes, and Gatos, no injuries.
I'm not allowed to use a ladder or power tools in the house.
And here's the big difference. We don't subcontract. We handle everything.
Love that. Hire my friends at southwestblinds.com today.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast. It's quick. The setup was so easy. It took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines with Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Avoid an AC system breakdown this summer with a $49 AC tune-up from Collins Comfort Masters. Trusted by the community with nearly 11,000 five-star Google reviews and expert techs ensuring the job gets done right the first time. Stay cool and comfortable all season long by calling 480-NO-WORRY or visit collinscomfort.com. Collins Comfort Masters, your no-worry solution for all your air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and water filtration needs.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Live streaming audio, podcasts, video highlights, and D-backs play-by-play.
Carroll's got to move on his way back to the track to the fence, and he makes the catch right against the fence.
Download the Arizona Sports app, presented by Ready Services Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. And now, an on-air sports marketing presentation. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, now on ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD-2, and streaming live at arizonasports.com. The guys are powered by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And now on your ESPN station in Phoenix, ESPN 620, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Well, the Dodgers put the brakes on the D-backs winning streak last night. The NHL Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, it was sensational. And the Knicks and Spurs tip off Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. Speaking of which, you can hear it right here, ESPN 620, beginning with the pregame coverage at 4:30. That is tonight, right here, ESPN 620. Welcome in, everybody. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD2. Also on the Arizona Sports app. We are always presented by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. Just make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. Manuch, how are you, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. You got a little bit of a burn in your saddle over there with these these finals going on, Mr. Direct TV. Did you not get the memo?
I'm telling you right now, Fooey, I hate you, Fooey. Craig Fooey, sports director for
Well, it's not his fault. It's not his
at Channel 15 ABC.
It's Scripps' fault.
Fooey, tell your bosses to pay the bill. So I go to the refreshment stand, my partner, sit down, eat my dinner, have a libation or two, and while I'm watching the game, and we get through the first 2 periods, and it's great. And it is a great hockey game to watch. The bar's just going nuts.
It really became a good game, did it not?
It did. It really did. And so, okay, I'm getting a little tired. I'm going to go home, watch third period on the couch. Jump in the car, drive home. Turn the TV on, go to Channel 15. You did not pay your bill to DirecTV. You can't watch it. It's not there. ABC Channel 15 is not on DirecTV. And
not anymore.
Not anymore. Here's the worst part. The worst part is this. The NBA Finals begin tonight. You are hosed if you have DirecTV and you were hoping to watch the NBA Finals.
This is interesting. You brought this up last night.
I did.
And I went, you know what? I thought I read that these Scripps and DirecTV contract was up.
Yeah.
Now, I forgot all about it, thinking, if you got DirecTV, you could still get not so much cable, but over the antenna TV.
Yeah, if I hook up an antenna.
But you guys that's all you have. You got the direct.
That's it.
So it's a great end of the second period. It's 3-3.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So you're getting ready to go home.
Yep.
little intermission going on.
Yep.
You get hunkered down in that recliner.
I'm ready.
Go get a new libation right there.
That's what I did.
Scotch on the rocks, kind of right there. A little shot of soda, kind of soften the blow of that nasty scotch you drink. And lo and behold, so what did you and your significant other go? Say, all right, time out. We got to head back.
It went back to the bar.
You did go back.
Yeah, had to go back. You went back to the refreshment stand. I was so PO'd. That's when I text you, and I knew that you were training QBs, and you were probably back by then, getting ready to watch the hockey as well. And I send Manuch this text. I am so PO'd because I can't get it at the house.
And it didn't hit me yesterday on the show talking about everybody going home and watching this game. You've got DirecTV. We've got Cox. So we have no issues whatsoever with Cox. By the way, Jimmy, no issues whatsoever when you have Cox. Got to pay a few bucks more, but I write it all off. And that's okay, IRS, if you're tuning in, because it's all legit.
It's legit.
But again, I went, oh, yeah. And I told you this morning, I went, yeah, that's right. I think I saw something last week that the Scripps and DirecTV thing was no longer.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of the Pac-12 network and DirecTV. Also, they never had a contract. Never. And I think Pac-12 network was on maybe 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
They never got it done. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Sorry, Jimmy. I said, well, text Fooey. Maybe get you a lifeline, some kind of secret code to come in the back door.
Fooey, tell your bosses to pay the bill.
For DirecTV. Oh man, Jimmy. So I'm at least glad you got a chance to watch that last period of
It was great.
I mean, Thomas Hurdle with about 4 minutes to go in the game gets a game winner. But what a great hockey game that was. I mean, right out of the chute, Ellers gets a goal within the first, 30 seconds?
25 seconds.
25 seconds in. Then he gets another one, 12 minutes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Here we were talking about these goals. We were like, all right, first 1-2, maybe 3 wins the game. This is going on. I texted you back at the end of the second period. I went, first 1-10.
Yes, you did.
Wins this game.
We almost got there.
And they almost got there.
Yeah.
So what a great game. What a great vibe. And game 2 tomorrow. I like these every other day games.
I do too.
Unless they travel, they got a couple days in between. Because now we can have that momentum and see it versus waiting every 2 weeks before we see whether it be a hockey game,
right,
or Jimmy, the NBA final.
Fooey, call your bosses. Tell them to pay the bill.
So will you call your refreshment stand and reserve?
I've already made contact with them. Told them I would be there after the show and to save me a spot. So
yeah,
I am dialed in. So I'm just gonna hang there and then probably ask one of the bartenders to give me a ride.
I'm sure there was a lot of heartburn with a lot of DirecTV people.
Oh yeah,
especially a lot of hockey fans that went to their favorite refreshment stand. So, hey folks, go to Twin Peaks. We got 5 of them around the valley. We're going to be at the Twin Peaks at Deer Valley tomorrow.
Yeah.
So head over to any one of your closest Twin Peaks if you got DirecTV.
Well, here's the best part is that most sports bars do have DirecTV, but they back it up with cable.
Yes, yeah.
So they will have the game on. They won't get shut out like I did last night. I'm telling you, Manuch, I was you could not understand how many F-bombs came out of my mouth at the TV. At Channel 15, at ABC, at ESPN, at Fooey.
Oh,
Fooey, I'm sorry, pal. I let you have it last night.
We'll have a good incorporation of that with Factor Fooey coming up Monday. But in the meantime, there's this dude that's going to be pitching for the Dodgers tonight.
Is his name Shohei?
Shohei Ohtani on the bump tonight versus Zach Gallen, a struggling Zach Gallen. And standing room only, probably. I'm sure there'll be 42 to 44,000 fans.
Yeah.
A lot of Diamondback fans, but nice little comeback win for the Dodgers. So here we have 2 more games, but this is must-watch TV. Fortunately, Jimmy B, it's on your Cox. I mean, not your Cox. It's on the Channel 34.
It's on 686 for me.
On your DirecTV, so you won't get shut out. Pardon the pun, over there as well too. So. Going back and forth, the game tonight at 6:40, and the basketball game I think starts at
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of going back and forth as far as the next when you're on your remote, you hit last. And
I know how it works.
You hit last, you go back and forth. So, Tony. Well, you can't do that with DirecTV. Can you go?
Oh, no, I go into, I can watch 3 or 4 games at a time on DirecTV.
Okay, so you got.
I can pop anywhere. That's why I dislike streaming so bad, is because you have to get out of one stream, then wait and set up the other stream. It takes forever. No, I can watch 3 or 4 games all at the same time and rarely miss a play.
So
rarely miss a play.
I would say must-watch TV to watch Ohtani taking on Zach Gallen in this Arizona Diamondbacks team. And in the meantime, Jimmy B, speaking of the NBA Finals, should they just give Wemby the MVP now?
Not even close.
I mean, the way. I mean, everybody I watch, ESPN. You're watching this sports show, NBA TV. Maybe not so much with NBA TV, but it's as if are the Knicks. Did they?
They've already won the title.
Yeah,
the Knicks have already. They've already won. In fact, they have swept the Spurs. If you were watching ESPN this morning,
and I saw one goes, the Knicks could win this, but we could see Wemby as the MVP. Yeah. How many more variations of MVP are we going to see tonight?
Gosh.
And but it's like it's Knicks, but
it makes me puke.
Yeah, I think that they forget that San Antonio has more players on that team than Wemby. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting to watch a lot of that. But it's going to be a great, I hope, 7 games.
I hope it is too.
I really have no dog in the fight.
Nope.
If I'm going to side with anybody, I probably would side with the San Antonio Spurs.
Manuch, the only reason that I would like the Spurs to win is just to shut up all those people from New York.
Well, I think
they're driving everybody crazy.
That's the road I was going down, is because it's like the Knicks, and then there's that Wemby guy, but then there's the Knicks. OKC was the better team.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah,
they just happened to catch fire. That being San Antonio. Jalen Williams wasn't playing, so it's almost as if the Spurs won by default. What games are you watching?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
here's the other one that really gets my rhubarb. Well, it gets my rhubarb red, and that is when they say, "Well, the Knicks are so experienced; they have so much more experience than the Spurs. The Spurs are just a bunch of young guys." Wait a minute, the Knicks swept just about everybody that they played. They played two relatively close games, Manuch. That was it. They won by double digits the rest of the way. They haven't played really any high-pressure games. What have the Spurs done? They won a Game 7 at Oklahoma City, the defending NBA champs, and they went in there and won. Don't tell me that they're going to be nervous or scared or the game is too big for them. No, they're past all that.
The other thing, too, was talking about the coaches. Mike Brown, obviously experienced, been there, done that. How that they lean toward that.
Yep.
And with Mitch, is it Williams? Mitch Williams?
Mitch Johnson.
I'm sorry, Mitch Johnson, that the head coach for the Spurs. Doesn't have the experience, doesn't have this and that. And then I thank God a couple guys on the panel went, wait a second.
Thank you.
Just wait a second. There's a guy named Greg Popovich that has been mentoring him and talking to him, and they've been playing pretty damn good. And they thought that Mitch did a good job with some key situations as far as defense running at SGA. So you see all this fodder and you hear it and you're going, oh my gosh, somebody stood up for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, should we just give the trophy to the Knicks right now?
Yeah, they think it's already over.
And I thought it was just so funny. But you know what? Wemby could be the MVP even though they lose. So they're already giving the MVP award to Wemby.
Oh, my God.
And they're already saying
but they're losing.
Yeah, they're losing.
The last person to win an MVP award in the NBA Finals was Jerry West in like 1970. That's
right.
The only person whose team lost to win the MVP in the NBA.
That was the Willis Reed-led Knicks.
Yes, it was.
That he came back and played 5 minutes.
Yep.
Made a shot.
Yeah.
Came out, and that's right. He made that, 85-foot shot at the very end of game 5 or 6.
I think it was.
I believe it was.
Sent him into overtime. Yep.
Hey, let's see a 7-game series.
Oh, please. Yes.
Jimmy, good luck. At your bar. Your refreshment stand.
Fooey. Here's $20. Give it to your bosses. Have them pay their freaking bill.
It's not a bill thing, Jimmy. It's there's no more contract. They've just said,
sign a contract.
Well, they for some reason they don't have to sign any more contracts with all the streaming going on. So, yeah, if you do Chat, GBT, or Gemini, whatever, it'll explain it all. That there's no more need for a lot of streaming services and direct TV with whoever the carrier is.
Wow. All right. We are just getting started. You can tell it's going to be a very calm show today. I'm good. I really am. Manuch has calmed me down, and I'll probably...
Do you feel better? You got that off your chest?
No, I'm still pissed. I really am. Coming up next, it's our replay rewind. We're just getting started, everybody. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD2, and on the Arizona Sports app.
Now open in North Scottsdale. It's the Orangedale Lounge. OD's. Right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selection. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at wrighttoyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out wrighttoyota.com.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
Hey listeners, how do you help first responders and their families when they need help? Well, you can come to a benefit concert party at Kierland Golf Course in the Marshalls Pavilion. Friday night, May 8th, 80s cover band Rock Lobster. They tear it up in the AZ band scene. Food, drinks, and fun for great cause. The 100 Club of Arizona has been assisting public safety members since 1968 with the line of duty death, mental health, safety equipment, and scholarship for family members. Go to 100club.org. That's 100club.org events page.
Social connection keeps your brain strong. So does a challenge. When you stay socially and mentally active, your mind stays engaged, and you might even lower your risk of dementia. Learn something new, pick up a hobby, or catch up with a friend. Up to 40% of dementia cases could be prevented or delayed by addressing risk factors like loneliness and inactivity of the mind. Explore alz.org/healthy habits for more tips. This message is sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association and the Arizona Department of Health Services.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Now it's time for our replay rewind. The top sounds of the night and whatever Rock decides to add. Let's get to it in replay rewind with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620 and on FM at 98.7 HD2.
All right, I've calmed down. Manuch threw some ice water on me.
You feel better now?
Yeah, a little. I might explode again in the next hour. You never know. It is time now for our replay rewind, and here we go. We'll start with last night's game. The Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks won the previous night, snapped that losing skid. Remember, they got swept in Seattle, had a nice win. And then last night, the Dodgers got on the board in a hurry.
The pitch, there's a swing, and maybe the 20th home run. Carroll going back, looking up, and it's gone. 2-run shot for Freddie Freeman. And the Dodgers strike first. It's 2-0.
Freddie Freeman, Manuch, is just a professional hitter. He's so good.
You know, watching the game on Tuesday, no, it was Monday night.
Monday night, yeah.
Freddie was 0 for.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what? It's very rare he's 0 for. I just had this feeling he would be a little pumped up, a little motivated, because it's rare. I mean, he makes hard contact, but I mean, he came loaded for bear. I mean, he strokes the ball, whether it's left center, right center, wherever. And you just had this funny feeling that he would come alive in this game. And, you know, he goes 3 for 5. I would say he definitely came alive. But it's tough to keep a guy down like that night after night.
Yeah.
And especially going 0 for against the Diamondbacks. I think it was a little fired up to getting this, pardon the pun, Jimmy, the swing of things early on.
Oh, boy. That made it quickly 2-0. Then we will move to the top of the second inning. Oh, by the way, that guy that my esteemed colleague was talking about pitching tonight for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, he did this last night.
Here's the first one. Swung on. That one hooked towards the right field line again. That one just stays fair. Extra bases once again for Ohtani. More runs for the Dodgers. Rushing scores. Here comes Freeland. Ohtani to third, and he slides in there safely with a 2-run triple.
Thank you to Arizona Sports, by the way, for all of these highlights. I'm telling you, he is must-see TV.
It's interesting because he had 3 hits 2 nights ago, and then he had, 2 more last night.
Yeah.
You look at what he's 5 for 8 in 2 games with the RBIs. 5 for 8, and he's on the bump tonight, and he will be batting.
Yeah, he'll lead off.
When he gets on a heater, he just, hits it hard wherever. I mean, a double last night, that triple you just heard right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. He is must-watch TV because he's going to put the ball in play more times than not.
All right, so the Dodgers are out in front and cruising along. Then all of a sudden, things begin to change.
There's the 0-1. There's a swing and a fly ball out to fairly deep left field. Ward is going back. He is still going back. He's looking up, and then he's out of here. Off the top of the bullpen wall. It's a home run for Carroll to the opposite field, and that's going to make it 4-1.
Carroll hit that 360 opposite field line drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his power is really developed the last couple of years. All the home runs he hit last year, not quite on the pace, but when he drives the ball the opposite way, we see several of his home runs going to left center. But that one down the left field line just shot out of there. Good 360. And wow, he must be really focused on his strength because at this point, to see the progress of going to all fields with the kind of power he has is really see him develop as a hitter.
Then it is a guy named Arenado, who is a favorite player of Dan Manucci.
Here's a 1-0. Swing and a hard hit ball out to deep left field. Going back, Ward. It's off the netting. Rounding third is Marte. He will come home to score. They're going to send Gabby as well. Betts, here's his throw to the plate. It's a 2-run double for Nolan Arenado, and it's a 6-4 game at the bottom of the 7th.
Well, they made a nice comeback, close to 6-5, couldn't win. Dodgers end up winning that game last night. After the contest, here is Arenado on how he believes the Diamondbacks just don't quit.
I mean, we feel very confident who we are, regardless of who we're facing. We know who they are, and they're very good, but, we gotta, we just couldn't find a way to scrap a few more. But, like I said, we do a good job of fighting constantly. And, that's, like I said, I think I said this early on to you guys that it's going to pay dividends in the long run if we continue to fight like that. And so it was a good sign.
Yeah, it just came up short.
Yeah.
It really did. You see Nolan Arenado, the way he's really starting to pick it up, drive-in runs. I just thought, here's the Diamondbacks. I mean, they get a run walked in, and you have your bases loaded, and Dalton Rushing, who's the catcher for the Dodgers, challenged the ball call. Right. It was ball.
Yeah.
And they walk in and run to make it 6-5. So you look at this team, the way that they're battling back, they take advantage. I think it was Kyle Hurt, who was the pitcher that gave up 3 runs, 3 walks. That made it interesting, and the Diamondbacks just could not get another run the last 2 innings. They end up losing it 6-5. But to his point, yeah, they're in games, they're scrapping, they're figuring out ways, to try, number one, get back into ball games like this, and number 2, to win them outright. And again, runners in scoring position was somewhat the nemesis, as they were just 2 for 12 in runners in scoring position.
It is Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks will send Zach Gallen to the mound. This will be interesting. We all know the kind of season that Gallen has had so far. Manuch, you're not sold on him right now. I know you.
Something's up.
Yeah.
I think he starts with trepidation.
Okay.
He really does. And I just hope that he can get it figured out, because he has been all over the place. A lot of pitches in 5 innings and 6 innings and just not a lot of strikes. He's just not consistent like he was 2 years ago. And I think we saw this at the beginning of last year. And then he really just struggled up until the trade deadline. And that's why they didn't trade him, because nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
He was struggling. And then after he came back, he found a little bit of traction, I felt, the second half of last year. But then again, here we are before the All-Star break. He just can't find it, whatever it is, in his pitching.
Let's go to the NBA. They begin tonight in San Antonio. It is the Spurs and the Knicks. And I am not going to play a clip from a Knicks player or a Knicks coach, because I'm so sick of all the New York press telling me that the series is already over. So here is the young head basketball coach of the San Antonio Spurs, Mitch Johnson.
Quite an honor. That's probably something I haven't had the time to really digest and reflect on, but definitely understanding the history of our program and the standard that we've strived to be at and get back to. And obviously having Pop still such a part of our program and organization, and even for me personally, is a pretty memorable experience to get back to this spot and still have him a part of the daily experience of our program, and to be such a resource for myself.
And as I'd mentioned earlier, he's a strong resource. What a great guy to have as a mentor, resource to answer your questions. But when you have Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches ever in the NBA, you've got Tim Duncan, you got David Robinson, you have a lot of guys still around the facility that are helping these young guys who nobody's given a chance.
That's it. It's over.
But it's always great to have that kind of legacy in the building, and for Mitch Johnson to not ignore that, to buy into that and help him out is paramount.
Manuch and I discussed at the beginning of the program the NHL game and how spectacular it was to watch. We're going to play you 2 goals. They are both from the third period. It is 4-3 in favor of Las Vegas. And then for Carolina, this happened.
Getting their look offensively. Montreal has to find a way to. We just talked about it, Eddie. Carolina D.
There you go. They turn it over. Carolina comes back, ties the game. And then when it looks like it's going to be headed to overtime, well, guess what?
The Stangle removes it. The key center drive. From the corner. The Vegas Golden Knights win game 1 in dramatic fashion. Their 7th straight win in these playoffs. 5-4 is the final.
Great hockey game, Manuch. Absolutely great hockey game. I can't wait till tomorrow night.
You know, Thomas Hertel, that last goal, that shot, that ricocheted, I forget who had ricocheted off the front pad that went into the net. Just the way that Vegas comes at you, line after line after line. And I think you brought this up yesterday a little bit. We had Steve Peters on talking about the speed of the game. Those guys were in 5th gear the entire game.
Absolutely.
Really into 5th gear. And he felt like us to be a low-scoring game. Will they come out? So basically, maybe they got all the goals out of their system. So maybe tomorrow night
we'll be lower scoring.
Yeah, lower scoring from here on
out. Today's replay rewind presented by Lerner and Rowe. Interact, need to check? Just make one call. Lerner and Rowe, 602-977-1900. Always at lernerandrowe.com. Once again, one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. That is Lerner and Rowe. When we come back, Tim Kempton, longtime player in the NBA and then longtime color analyst for the Phoenix Suns on the radio side. He is going to join us. We're going to get into game 1 tonight, the Knicks and the Spurs. Let's get you right now to an ESPN 620 Sports Center update.
Now time for your Roc and Manuch ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Max Brown. The D-backs fell to the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-5 yesterday night at Chase Field. Arizona battled back from an early 4-run deficit, highlighted by a home run from Corbin Carroll and a 2-run double by Nolan Arenado, but came up just short as the Dodgers evened the 4-game series at 1 game apiece. The D-backs continue their series with the Dodgers tonight at Chase Field. First pitch is scheduled for 6:40, with Zach Gallen expected to start for Arizona against Shohei Ohtani. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 on 98.7 FM and streaming live on the Arizona Sports app. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update, Twin Peaks has a go-for-goal giveaway rolling. 5 winners scored a hosted soccer match, hotel, and a $250 Twin Peaks gift card. Enter free at TwinPeaksSoccer.com and catch Michelob Ultra specials during all USA matches at Twin Peaks. TwinPeaksSoccer.com, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Right in the heart of Arizona Athletic Grounds, one of the largest youth sports complexes in North America, Bristol's is the ultimate hangout for families and sports fans in Mesa. Come experience amazing double-decker cheeseburgers, award-winning wings, smoked barbecue, and fresh, craveable salads. With seating for 500, a full bar, 20 beers on tap, and over 100 TVs, happy hour Thursdays, Friday and Sunday from 4 till 6, plus trivia night every Thursday night. Bristol's, where Mesa comes to eat, watch, and win.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Kevin Rowe from Learn and Rowe, and we've been serving Arizonans for 20 years. Make the best choice after an accident. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
Learn and Rowe. On 977-1900. 977-1900.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get Dad dialed in with Ping Scottsdale Tech putters. The new mallets introduce IQ alignment technology. Each model improves your focus to sink more putts. Need more ideas this Father's Day? We have gift cards in any amount, plus our online gift guide at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever you're craving, we got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served over ice balls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Most pedestrian and bicycle crashes happen early morning or at night. The leading cause? Drivers failing to yield. Since 2010, traffic fatalities for people walking and biking have doubled in Arizona. So stay alert and watch for bicycles and pedestrians. There's no such thing as accidents. Learn more about the risks at azdot.gov/no accidents. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
Action! When I grow up, I want to be a director because they get to talk to everybody about everything. They get to make cool movies and dance music videos.
If your child is sick over and over again, it could be PI, a defect of the immune system that affects millions. Early testing can give children a chance to dream.
And when I'm a director, I get to say, lights, camera, action.
For more information, visit the Jeffrey Modell Foundation at info4pi.org.
That's a wrap.
Now back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620.
You saw him calling and wanting the ball here. Knew exactly how much time was left. Nothing but the bottom.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, man, that was a wrap-up game with OKC. Wemby was playing great. So were the other players for the Spurs, but it's like they don't even exist. According to the New York media, the Knicks have already won. So we are going to dive into tonight's game, and we have our guy to get us there. Tim Kempton joins us right now, longtime Suns radio analyst. Timmy, let us quickly start with the highlight that we just heard of San Antonio taking out OKC. Did that surprise you at all that the Spurs were able to win Game 7 on the road at the Thunder's home court?
No, not really. I mean, you look at the way the whole series went, it was a matter of who was making shots. And San Antonio, up and down their lineup, made shots in the, the 6th and the 7th game. Alex Caruso made some shots, but no, Luguentz Dort, I think in Game 7, when he was shooting, I think Mike Tirico said he was 4 of 24 at the time. So, yeah, when you have open shots, you got to make them. And Oklahoma City just didn't do that. Obviously, missing 2 players didn't help them. They kind of, their bench got short. They had to play more minutes, and San Antonio was just a deeper, better team in that series, going 7 games.
Tim, didn't you think that SGA just looked spent? I mean, they came after him, really had to earn his shots. And to your point, Jalen Williams not there, not available for this game. You think, to me, he just looked like he was rode hard and hung up wet, as they say in Texas.
Oh, the second best player after Jalen goes down, Chet Holmgren disappeared.
He did.
He had no effect on the series whatsoever. And I think that's what you're going to see more of in the Knicks series. You just mentioned it, how they wore Shai Gilgeous down. I think they're going to do the same thing to Jalen Brunson. They've got bigger, stronger, more athletic guys at that position. You look at Champagnie, you look at Vassell, Stephen Castle, Dylan Harper, even De'Aaron Fox, he's going to guard them, and they'll stay in front of them. One of the things Jalen Brunson has got to score to set up his assists, not the other way around. And I just think there's too many defenders too. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're quicker than Jalen Brunson, and I think they're going to do the same thing to him what they did to Shai Gilgeous. And if he doesn't play well, the Knicks don't have a chance.
I'm with you on that 100%. But if you listen to all the morning media shows, the series has already been won by the Knicks.
Yeah, just give them the trophy round.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen, I grew up a Knicks fan. Even when I'm watching the Suns, they're the first team I go to see if they won or lost that night. To be a name dropper, Mike Breen is a good buddy, so I talked to him throughout the season, but I don't think New York has a chance in hell. I think at best it goes 5 games. I think San Antonio's playing better. They're younger. They're stronger. They're quicker, and they're deeper. I just think they're. You even mentioned the other guys like Luke Cornett does a phenomenal job for those guys coming off the bench. Subbing in for Wembanyama. I think they're the better team.
How about Cornette? Was that shades of LeBron James a few years ago against Golden State when Iguodala had the breakaway?
Slow down.
Slow down. Come on, let me enjoy the ride once in a while. But I forgot. Craig Fooey brought this up. His dad was a player, and his mom, Stacey Cornette.
His dad and his mom was in the Valley on TV for a minute for one of the news stations.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I think what you hit on, Tim, is the roles that are accepted in a San Antonio environment, and all started years ago with Pop bringing all these great players in, but they all knew their roles for the greater good of winning.
Yeah, I think so. The 2 franchises in my mind, when you talk about roles up and down the lineup, year after year after year, is Miami and San Antonio. They get guys to buy in, and with that buy-in comes success because, knowing the communication is good, the understanding is good, and guys do buy in, and they're with the success, comes happiness. So those are the 2 franchises for me that have been able to do it for long periods of time. And it goes with the continuity, of the front office. Obviously, Pop in his circumstances. But Mitch Johnson was there under Pop, understands the so-called San Antonio way, and has just rolled with it. And we're starting to see the success. Plus, you have to go back. Let's the tanking also help.
Yes.
The tanking.
Yeah.
The NBA addressed it. I mean, they got Wembanyama, Stephen Castle, Vassell, and Dylan Harper all in the first round, if I'm correct. And it was all due to tanking. So, I mean, that has to be said as well.
You know, Tim, it's interesting you bring their names up because you watch Mitch Johnson go 5 deep in a Game 7. And I thought that was interesting. Then you had 7 players in double figures for San Antonio. It's as almost if these guys have played enough basketball in the year that he trusted his guys off the bench to hold serve or make some kind of a surge in that game.
Yeah, without a doubt. You look at, and the other guy we haven't talked about is Keldon Johnson.
Sure.
He comes off the bench. He's the longest guy there. He's been there 7 years. So that goes to show you not only how they are young in age, but also young in this team being together. But yeah, again, it goes back to what you talk about. Mitch Johnson does a great job of identifying strengths and weaknesses and putting guys on the floor to complement each other. So there's never really a hole, and you look at it, they're all darn good basketball players. They all can score. They all play tough physical defense. They're athletic, and they play with an intensity and a confidence as well.
You have seen up close and personal the Spurs, and on trips to New York, when you head out to get some of the best pizza, at least that's what you tell us when you're there.
Or mom's home cooking.
Yeah, that too. And you have seen the Knicks. So when you tell me that you like the Spurs in 5, maybe 6 games, explain to our audience, because if you watch the national pundits, it's the Knicks, the Knicks, the Knicks. Explain why that is not the case.
Well, first and foremost, it starts with Jalen Brunson. And again, it's Stephen Castle, Vassell, De'Aaron Fox, Champagnie, all those guys. You see, and you guys mentioned it, how physical and how well they slowed down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They're very similar players. They're offensive-minded guards. They look to score the ball. They both flop. Let's not forget, Jalen Brunson's a foul baiter too, right behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
He's a flopper as well. So if they let those guys be physical and take the whistle away from Jalen Brunson like they did to Shai Gilgeous because of all the complaining, everything, that really slows them down. And then who's your secondary offensive force for the New York Knicks? Karl Anthony Towns? Well, now you got Victor Wembanyama, and I would argue maybe that, very similar to Chet Holmgren, that's going to negate a lot of what he does. And then, again, a team that likes to get in the paint, the New York Knicks, who's there waiting for him is Victor Wembanyama. I just think they're better on both sides of the ball right now. They're a very physical defensive team. They don't let you turn the corner. You set those high pick and rolls. They stay in front of you. They don't let you turn the corner. And then if anything crazy happens, you got Wembanyama behind them. And like you said, 7 guys in double digits. They share the ball. They have a lot of confidence, and they have a lot of talent on the offensive end.
Tim, where does the Catman and Mikal Bridges play in the role for this entire series?
Wow, that's a great question. Mikal's going to have to step up on both sides. And, this year his offense wasn't as good as it's been in the past. When he has threes, he's going to have to make the most of those situations because, again, we talk about it. He's a slicer, a cutter that likes to get to the basket. But Victor Wembanyama changes that immensely. And Karl Anthony Towns, he likes to shoot the 3, but can he shoot enough threes to make a difference in this series? Because if he goes inside, again, Victor Wembanyama just negates him in the post.
Well, here's the other aspect of that, talking about Wemby, is that he's athletic enough to come out and challenge with Karl Anthony Towns, at the 3-point line.
Yeah, to contest the shots, and he's long enough to contest and not beat off the dribble. So, yeah, he just changes the game so much. And then you talk about all the times, and you saw it a bunch in the OKC series, driving into the lane where guys drove into the lane and just drove outside, but drove out the other side because Wembanyama was there. I mean, how many shots did he affect? That shots that teams normally take that they didn't even try because he was just in the area.
You know, Tim, I always learn something. And in football, we call, cheap shots overly aggressive. And you just called floppers, we just call them foul baiters?
Foul baiters.
Foul baiters? Aren't you calling them that?
Yeah.
They're baiting the officials. They sure are.
We love it, Tim. Well, you look at this game overall, and what will you be able to see that either whether San Antonio or the Knicks control at least one of the games early on or late in the game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be early on, the way the game is officiated and the way the tone is set. If they come out and play physical like they did against OKC and don't let the Knicks, get their offense going, and they struggle at times to get their offense going. Another thing that San Antonio does is they get on the glass very well. So, it always comes down to little things, turnovers. Are you getting good possessions, rebounding the basketball, getting extra possessions on the offensive glass, and holding the other team, to one shot and done? And I think San Antonio's got younger legs. I think they're going to be able to get those turnovers, get some easy buckets, not only in turnovers but in transition because they rebound the ball that well.
All right, before we let you go, once again, your prediction. So everybody now who is listening will hear it clearly. Go ahead.
San Antonio in 5.
Wow.
I like that.
I'd like to see it go 7 just because I want basketball, but I love the Spurs.
No.
I do.
It's not going 7, that's for sure.
Wow. Thank you, Jimmy. Always good,
Thanks,
pal.
Tim. Appreciate it,
Enjoy
buddy.
it tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
There you go. That's Tim Kempton, everybody. Suns radio analyst. He's presented by All City Towing, and you can join All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company. They're hiring drivers, dispatchers, and customer service professionals. Look, they pay very well. They have excellent benefits, including a monthly fuel allowance. Yes, they help you out with your gas. You can apply today online, allcitytowing.com, search careers. Again, that's allcitytowing.com, search careers. It's All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward. So my esteemed colleague, the one, the only Dan Manucci, must have thought long and hard about our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call question of the day, because it is about tonight's beginning of the NBA championship finals. So State 48 Roofing, you need a free roof inspection. All you got to do is contact State 48 Roofing. You can do it old school by calling them 480-268-4509 or go online and schedule an appointment. State48roofing.com. Again, that's State48roofing.com. And here is this world-famous question. Hope you didn't hurt any
Read
brain
it
cells.
slowly so it's digested. And the people out there, whether they're watching us on YouTube or driving, to do it, because this is huge,
Okay.
man.
All right. I'll do it slowly. Who is your pick for the potential MVP of the NBA Finals?
Very good.
Thank you. You have 4 options. Jalen Brunson of the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks, Victor Wembanyama of the Spurs, and De'Aaron Fox of the Spurs. You can just go to Roc and Manuch on X, also Instagram. Cast your vote, and we will discuss it later on as the show continues. Great having Tim Kempton on. I'm telling you right now, Manuch, I was a little taken back when he said in 5. That's how much he likes San Antonio.
I'm hedging 6, San Antonio in 6.
Okay.
But I'd love to see 7.
Yeah.
I'd love to see 7 in the Garden, which it wouldn't be.
No, it'd be back in San Antonio.
But I'd like to see one of the games in the Garden. I'd love to see San Antonio 225 New York 5. Okay, 10.
Okay.
Give or take.
I know. I'm just so sick of the New York media. Oh, God, they just make you want to puke. All right, here we go. Coming up on this day and some football at 50. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Hey, Arizona State football fans, London is calling. The Sun Devils are headed across the pond to face Kansas in the inaugural Union Jack Classic, September 19th at Wembley Stadium. It's the first college football game ever played there, and you should be part of it. For tickets, hospitality, and travel packages, visit UnionJackClassic.com or contact the Sun Devil ticket office. Join Coach Dillingham, Sparky, and the Sun Devils in London. Forks up.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Roc and Manuch today and let's make them pay. Call 977-1900.
Call 977-1900.
When hot is not an option, Stay Cool delivers. From patios to warehouses, shops to summer events, Stay Cool's Slim Cool Elite and Cool Cube mobile air coolers deliver more air for less money. They're rust-free and backed by more than 40 years of experience keeping you cool. Available now online at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Tractor Supply. Shipped to the store or right to your door. Visit staycool-products.com. Slim Cool Elite and Cool Cube. Get yours today with free shipping and beat the heat.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get Dad dialed in with Ping Scottsdale Tech putters. The new mallets introduce IQ alignment technology. Each model improves your focus to sink more putts. Need more ideas this Father's Day? We have gift cards in any amount, plus our online gift guide at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Fight fans, Twin Peaks is your headquarters. Catch the greatest fight night action all month long, including premium matchups and wall-to-wall sports with no bad seat in the house. Grab made-from-scratch food, scenic views, and ice-cold beverages served at 29 degrees while every punch, takedown, and main event plays across the lodge. Don't watch the fight at homes. Watch them at Twin Peaks, where the energy feels like fight night. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. Bigger fields, bigger events, bigger experiences. Arizona Athletic Grounds. Arizona Athletic Grounds is a 275-acre sports and entertainment destination for athletes, fans, and families. Located in Mesa, AAG is one of the largest multi-sport complexes in the country, with over 475,000 square feet indoors and more than 150 fields and courts. From tournaments to training to cheer, dance, concerts, and corporate events, the Grounds does it all. Learn more at azgrounds.com.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B want to take you back. A quick reflection on some of the more memorable moments in sports and pop culture. Now, time for your Right Toyota on this day report. Right Toyota, right on the corner, right on the price. Right Toyota in Scottsdale.
Come back in. We roll all the way until 4 o'clock. Take me back, Manuch.
1984, Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Handed out NBA Finals record 21 assists as the Lakers beat Boston 137-104 in Game 3 of a championship series that the Celtics would eventually win in 7 games.
Do you know who the all-time assist leader is in one game?
Stockton?
Nope.
Kuzi?
Nope. You'll never get it. Scott Styles.
Oh, man.
31 assists for the Orlando Magic.
Feisty Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, 1989, Nolan Ryan. This is amazing, folks.
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan pitched his second one-hitter that season and his 11th overall. Wow. That's going to 1989. Think about that. Just half of that. He's got, 6 more no-hitters. I mean, it's amazing how really great Nolan Ryan was.
Yeah.
2012, this is when he was good. Tiger Woods claims his 73rd PGA Tour victory with a 2-stroke win over Andres Romero and Rory Sabatini in the Memorial Tournament in Muirfield Village Golf Course equals Jack Nicklaus's record Think about that. I mean, he did that at a young age.
He dominated the Memorial. I think he's won it like 8 times.
Yes, he did. It was amazing. And then 2018 Golden State guard Steph Curry breaks Ray Allen's NBA Finals record for the most three-pointers with 9 in the Warriors' 122-103 Game 2 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Manucci is the greatest shooter ever in the NBA.
Yeah, I would second that motion. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely phenomenal. So there you have a look on this day. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that.
All right, good deal. Let's do some football at 50. It's all presented by Wright Toyota. Make the right choice with Wright Toyota. Trusted service, a terrific selection, and dealership that puts customers first. You can find them online, WrightToyota.com.
So I get a text from Marv Harrison Jr. yesterday.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He's like, hey, yo, Manuch, check this out. Make this real verbal because when my time comes up, I want this kind of money. This happened late yesterday. Drake London of the Falcons has become one of the highest paid players in franchise history. The Falcons and London came to terms on a 4-year, $141 million contract extension, including a $100 million guarantee. What? As his agent, Andrew Kessler of the Athletes First told ESPN's Adam Schefter, that was early this morning, so this all came down. London can earn up to $150 million if he reaches incentives in the deal, which will put him under contract with the Falcons through the 2030 season. Okay, so Marv, I've done my job, so hopefully the Cardinals hear that. So here are the highest paid receivers as of the last couple of years. Drake London now in the number 3 position. So Jackson Smith and Jigba, 42.15 per year. Wow. Jamar Chase, $40 million per year. Drake London will now make $35.25 million per year. No wonder Justin Jefferson likes Kyler Murray, wants the ball.
Yeah.
He's in 4th now at $35 million per year. CeeDee Lamb is at $34 million per year. So London 24 is set to play the 2026 season on the 5th-year option in his rookie contract, which is worth a mere $16.82 million per year.
Took a haircut for that.
You think that if Marv Harrison Jr. doesn't pick up his game, like some of these guys, he's even close to something like that when they extend him on the 5th year?
I'm telling you right now.
Because this is year number 3.
He has to pop. And we've seen glimpses here and there, but nothing like what we had expected. So if he doesn't pop this year, there might be some nut cutting time that'll take place with him.
Yeah, with the appendix and the knee and all this and that. You're right. I agree with you. Last but not least, Sean McVay, the head coach of your Los Angeles Rams, would love to see Aaron Donald come back. As he mentioned on the Pat McAfee show. Basically, he texted Donald and Pat McAfee if he'd love to come and play. He said, Donald replied, according to McGee, it's for sure got me thinking. Wow. Donald retired back in 2024 after 10 NFL seasons. McVay said he'd welcome back the future Hall of Famer, but the decision is ultimately up to him. Wink, wink.
He's only 35.
You imagine him at that nose guard, and then you got Myles Garrett on the outside.
Golly.
Good luck. Good bowling trying to run against that.
Coming up, hour number 2, look back at the D-backs loss last night to the Dodgers. We'll set you up for tonight's game with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. We also have campus quickies, ASU, U of A, and GCU. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620, 98.7 FM, HD2, and the Arizona Sports app.
I'm John Morgan at Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, we've said it, and now Ranking Arizona confirms it. America Roofing #1, ranked #1, the top roofing contractor 2026. Yep, what an honor for Jake, Josh, Tracy, and 500 employees statewide, because home or business, repair or replace, and we've had America Roofing do both at Costa Galvisi. Book the best at AmericaRoofingCo.com. Ranking Arizona's #1 roofing company. Even better, get a free inspection and save 12% at AmericaRoofingCo.com.
When it comes to sushi, reputation matters, and Sushi Brokers Arcadia has built theirs on being the best sushi in Arizona. From traditional rolls to bold fusion creations, like our crowd favorite, Seafood Dynamite, and the must-try sushi pizza. We've got something for everyone. Our famous happy hour is every day from 3 to 6:30 with fresh favorites like the California roll, spicy tuna roll, and the surf and turf roll, topped with seared steak. Sushi Brokers Arcadia, 44th Street in Indian School.
The best defense is a good offense at Studs Against Bugs. Our Tri-Guard technology attacks pests at the source and keeps a barrier around your home year-round. Scorpions, shut down. Ants, benched. Spiders, game over. Right now, new customers get their first treatment for just $99, a $229 value. No contracts. Call or text 480-670-4529. Or visit studsagainstbugs.com. Studs Against Bugs, defending the valley one home at a time.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. Now back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620.
All right, everybody, we are back. Happy that you're listening this afternoon.
Circa 1981, Jake Giles. What a great song this was.
Max, you know that song? Are you what? You're like 24.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You are 6 years off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big 30.
Yeah,
I know Jay Giles.
know, okay,
Yeah, I grew
all
up on
right.
that stuff.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, it's interesting. My son, because I listened to obviously when he's growing up, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Oh, yeah,
but
man.
he was a big fan of the 70s and 80s music. He
Oh, it
played
was
the
great.
bass guitar, he played the guitar, played a little organ. He's a musician. And I don't know where the hell he got that.
From his mom.
Yeah, that's exactly right. No, believe it or not, my uncle Dick Repko was a professional musician. He had
Wow.
a band for many, many years, played the piano. I'll never forget this. So his piano was at my grandmother's house. Grandma Repko. That's the other side. With the Manucci's and we had the Repkos.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, so when we go visit Erie, Pennsylvania, he had his beautiful piano.
Mm-hmm.
And when he'd be off on the road, he'd come home, he'd stay there, and we'd be back there vacationing. And don't get near the piano. Do not touch the piano. I think we were on there playing on it and just kind of, I mean, it's a beautiful piano.
Oh, I'm sure.
Steinway.
Yeah.
And he were playing it and all that. And he came out of nowhere. Hey, what are you guys doing? Playing this piano.
Nothing, doing nothing.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate if you guys don't play that. Okay, got it. And then over at Grandma Manucci's house, and she's got one of those old pianos that when you pump, it plays by itself.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, she had that piano they had that piano. So they had Dan's hardware store down below, and then they lived above.
Okay,
This was on Buffalo Street in Erie.
Okay,
I'm not messing around here, Jimmy
Joy,
B.
man, you are
Yeah,
not.
Grandpa Manucci, and so they had the piano that you was upstairs. You could beat it up, you could pump it, you could play music.
Oh, man.
But the key was you had to put that roll in it, that paper roll.
That's it.
That had to roll through there.
And it had holes in it, which dictated the music.
Exactly right. So I think we tried to put the paper in there by ourselves once. Yeah.
I bet that didn't work well.
That song, as we tried to pump the pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bad boy got chewed up. my grandmother Manucci and Grandpa Manucci, they hardly ever got mad at us. But that's the one time Grandpa Manucci gave me the look.
Oh, man.
What are you kids doing?
Oh, man.
Just we want to put the roll on. We want to play, I forget whatever the song was.
Yeah.
And, but the contrasts of the piano at the Repcos and the piano over at the Manucci house. So just
totally different.
Quite the different thing. So, yeah, that musician Gene might be somewhere in the lineage there.
That's very cool.
Maybe.
Did you ever get the belt as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a proper dude.
So I got the belt one time. I'll remember this.
Okay.
My sister Debbie, God rest her soul.
Okay.
So we'd go run up and down the hallway, right? Yes, we're just running. So my dad's sitting over there reading the paper, and I think my other sisters were on the couch. So Debbie goes flying down the hallway. I stick my leg out.
Oh.
And she goes flying. She did a header, and she just got. My dad didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
He got up, took the belt off. Get to your room. I'll be in there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The wait is worse than the whooping. Okay. And the only other time, I got the belt, was we were at this is over on Scottsdale Road. There was a Circle K there. And I just happened to find a huge Snickers bar in my pocket.
Oh.
And figured, well, Dad's in there getting stuff, and I'm just going to take this big old Snickers bar, which seemed like it was 2 feet long. And I put it in, and I grabbed some Sugar Babies, too, and put those in my pocket.
This is great.
And I walk out, and we get in the car, and Dad gets in the car. The owner comes out. He says, raps on the window.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I think your son has got a couple things we may want back. And he says, get out of the car. I pull out Snickers bar, or it might have been a milkshake bar. I never forget. It was a milkshake
bar,
and the Sugar Babies.
Yeah, 2
huge things. My dad gives. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'll pay for them. He says, no. You don't worry about it. So Dad still paid for them, but he still gave them back. I'm like, Dad, if you're gonna pay for them, why don't I get them? Even though it's stealing them. So my dad doesn't say anything. We're like a mile away. We're living over there, Miller and Roosevelt, Scottsdale. We get home. He says, get to your room. I went, oh, man.
Oh, yeah, here it comes, yeah.
I'm waiting 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, can we just get this over with? So, yeah, that was the 2 times I remember the belt, a couple whacks, and don't do it again, and don't come out of your room for like the next 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do remember that.
I got the belt a couple of times as well, but I do have a funny story. This is junior high, and as I have referenced,
still getting the belt in junior high?
No, but but remember in school you could get the paddle.
Yes, yeah.
You could get the paddle. So in junior high, as I mentioned on this show many times.
That's when capital punishment was still legal.
It was, and I was not a model citizen. I'm not proud of it.
Well, we know that, Jimmy.
But I'm not a model citizen.
We figure that out.
So at any rate, I caused a ruckus or something in class. Go to the vice principal's office. So I knew what I was going to do is bend over and grab your ankle routine. So
you know what? Those paddles had holes in them.
They did.
So when you hit it, the air exploded.
Yes.
And your butt would explode.
So I'm walking down the hall, and I walk by the library. I run in there, and I grab a couple of magazines and put them in my pants.
Oh, really?
So I've got my shirt pulled out.
He had to have seen
covering my backside, right? And I put the magazines in my. This is honest to God true story. Put the magazines in my pants, and I walk in. Come in the office. We know what you did. Oh, I'm sorry. I did that. And, okay. You get 2 whacks. So he's got this long ass paddle.
Bend over.
I bend over. Whack.
Sure.
I go, like pretending, right? And he stops and he says, what do you got back there?
Oh, man.
Because you could tell.
So you're busted twice.
Oh, I was busted.
Oh, you're busted
So
twice.
then I got 3 whacks instead of just 2.
Right. Well, here's the thing about paddles.
Yeah.
As a kindergartner, I was
sent. And I were not good guys.
No, as a kindergartner, I was sent to the principal's office.
Oh, man.
And I must have did something, but I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
Mrs. Powell was my teacher in kindergarten. This is over at Yavapai in Scottsdale. She sent me to the office, and he had a paddle, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But what he said is, I'm giving you a warning, Daniel. And he wrote, and he took out a pencil.
Yeah.
And what he was doing is, kids that deserved it or whatever, he would bring the paddle. He'd write your name on the paddle. So he'd write, all right, Daniel, I'm getting a warning, but I'm going to remember this. I'm going to write Daniel Manucci.
Yeah.
And he had like 10 names on the paddle.
Oh, wow.
So the key was, this is the warning. I'm not going to whack you, but I'm going to warn you that if you ever do it again, you're coming back here and I'm going to give it to you.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, just shades of memory. I mean, I'm sure Max was such a good kid. He never.
Probably
You're kind of a millennium guy. Did you hit the corner or belt?
No, they couldn't do it. Did you have to put
I
a
got the belt
dunce hat
couple
on?
times.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't the best kid, but I knew how to not get caught. That's the important part.
That's the important part.
You sly rascal. You.
Oh yeah. It's not. You're not in trouble if you don't get caught.
That's
the lesson
correct.
My dad taught me.
Yeah, and if you were trying to be sly and got caught, that was a double
Like
whammy.
me
Makes
with
it
the books
worse.
in my
Makes it
pants.
always worse.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Well, we hate to digress, folks, but I'm sure every one of you folks either watching on YouTube or driving have a belt story or a paddle story. You have to, because that was when parents were parents.
That's right.
And they weren't trying to be your friend.
That's it.
A lot of them out there these days. So I think we should probably have more paddles and belts going on out there with these young kids to straighten their butts up, Jimmy.
You know, it's amazing that we all survived.
Yeah, we did.
You know, I mean, we're all.
Hey, look,
we're smart, and we all made livings, and we're still having a good time enjoying what we do, and we all survived getting the paddle and the belt.
We all drank water from the hose. Okay?
Yeah.
We all rode our bikes 20 miles.
Oh, hell yes.
Here or there or
Yeah.
wherever. We were out till midnight in the street having fun playing.
Yes.
Didn't have to worry about that. I mean, we ate whatever, however.
I would hitchhike to different locations.
It's amazing how we survived it all, Johnny.
Oh, well, anyway, that was a little.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. You know what? Every time I do that, I feel very cathartic.
Do you really?
I've gotten the healing.
Yeah.
You know, the therapy sessions.
Okay.
I mean, they're all good to go.
Okay.
So, and you know what?
Yeah.
We grew up loving our parents even more so.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, God.
Yeah.
But it was just the damn weight for him to come in the room.
With the belt.
Can we get this over with
I
already?
know. Come on, give it to me.
10 minutes later.
Oh.
Hey, Deb, one more thing. This is when we were living back in Erie, PA. I got Debbie she was the best. I'm 1, she's about 3.
Okay.
And I was even feisty then.
How do you even remember this
Well,
if you were 1?
Because I remember kind of, sort of, but my dad and my older sister, Diane, always remind me of this. We had a stairwell that went down our stairs.
Yeah.
And Debbie was standing there at the very end of the stairwell, and I was up there. And they tell me that I was feisty, that I pushed her. She went down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember that beating, but I'm sure.
I'm sure you got one.
I'm sure it lingers in there somewhere. So every once in a while I have a moment. I think it's just because of those, paddles or belts. Or
Oh my God! Yeah. Hey, this first segment was presented
by Leather Belts Unanimous.
That's it. You got it. And wooden paddles are us. There you go.
Well, you just hope that the Diamondbacks don't get, pardon the pun, beat down tonight. So I did their Max, kind of brought all that together there. Get beat down
That's
by
first-class radio.
Yeah, that's being professional.
Yeah.
But Ohtani, pitching, hitting, the Dodgers, I think he's 0.82 is his
I
ERA.
believe that's his ERA.
And here's the thing that cracks me up. That's not even legitimate yet because he hasn't pitched enough innings. Now, he will eventually. But right now, as far as top ERA guys, he doesn't qualify because he hasn't thrown enough innings. 6 innings of no-hit ball, leads off with a home run. And just to watch this guy, must watch TV, must watch. This might be the biggest crowd down at Chase so far this year.
Oh, there's no question.
I bet they pumped 44,000 people in there.
Yeah. Hey, Max, do me a favor while we're finishing out this particular segment. Look up on the Diamondbacks website and see what seats are available, and maybe if they have a price structure for them. I'm just curious to see if the game's already sold out.
And if they'll have SRO, standing room only. I doubt that they will, but I'm sure there'll be 40 to 42, 43,000.
I'm sure of that.
And probably 70% will be Dodger fans.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
Unless they go on vacation, head over to Chavez Ravine. But I think you got Ohtani hitting, and then you have this team vying for a three-peat in Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Major League Baseball, folks, enjoy it now, because I'm pretty sure the way the players are feeling right now about this ceiling.
Oh, the salary cap.
All the above. That you may enjoy the World Series, because we may not see baseball again till after supposed spring training. They've got to get this figured out. The players looked at this cap.
Yeah.
No problem with the floor, but they're like, what are you doing?
Oh, I know.
So you're diving in their pockets unless they can come up with some kind of a deeper revenue share.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be some kind of compromise, or we're not going to see baseball after this year's World Series for quite the time.
I will say this. I'm inclined to agree with you a little bit on that, but the money is so big that I don't know if a lot of these guys can just like walk away from it, because a lot of players live extravagant lifestyles with the money that they have.
You're making 10 to 40 million a year. I'm sure that their interest, if they put half of that away a year, it'd take them 10 lifetimes just to live off the interest.
Mooch, I'm with you. That's what you and I would do. But
Jimmy, you don't know. The players, MLB Players Union is strong.
It is.
Though Tony Clark is gone, the new guy is bound and determined to prove his salt with these guys.
Yes.
And I just hope that it gets resolved before January, right after the World Series.
Yeah.
Because if not, it'd be very, very sad with the kind of year we're seeing in Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And to put things on hold until this gets squared away with a cap or not.
When we come back, NBA tonight, we'll get into Game 1, Spurs and the Knicks. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Being in an auto accident is traumatic. You need to call the best law firm that has the experience to get you the best results. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
When it comes to your roof, you don't want to mess around. And Arizona homeowners and business owners have known that for over a decade. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer. Residential, commercial, they do it all. And they've been doing it right here in the Valley for over 10 years. Protect your home, protect your business. And hey, keep your roof sexy with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com. Or call 480-268-4509. State 48 Roofing, Arizona's most trusted roof.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
Need to feed a crowd? Let Venencia's bring the flavor to your next event. We know you have a lot of options when feeding a large group. Ordering directly from Venencia's means you get the best service and the absolute best pricing. There's no per-person fee. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll come up with a perfect plan to ensure everyone's well-fed and happy. Grad party, office celebration, family reunion. Invite Venencia's to the table. Text catering to 411-24/7. That's catering to 411-247 or Venencias.com.
Hi, I'm John Erickson Tata, and you're invited to the 12th annual Walk with Enoch, a fun-filled event led by my friend Enoch, a 14-year-old boy who lives with autism. Join us June 27th from 9 to 1 p.m. At the Ability 360 indoor track, you'll help special needs families find rest and renewal at our Johnny and Friends family retreats. Come walk with us. Visit johnnyandfriends.org/walk for details.
It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on their new home, ESPN 620.
Brunson, his first shot, down the three. So with 7 to shoot, jab step, he fires up a three. That's good. Jalen Brunson already with 8 points. Brunson wants some room, uses a Robinson screen, fires up another three, puts it in. Incredible shooting. Knicks can't miss.
Thank you to ESPN for the highlight. It is the Knicks and the Spurs. It is game 1 tonight. They open up in San Antonio. Spurs opened at a 4.5-point favorite against the Knicks. However, if you watched any of the television shows this morning, the Knicks have already won the series. They're already planning the parade, Manuch. It's unbelievable.
It is truly unbelievable. It's almost like you do realize that there's another team here, San Antonio.
Yeah.
And, I will say this, watching Brunson play the last 2 years, I've just been so impressed. But with Mike Brown as the head coach and Thibodeau being replaced, I just see a guy that's really enhanced his game even more so.
Mm-hmm.
He's free to do what he wants to do. Passing the ball, the shooting. Guy's 6 foot, if that?
Yeah,
6'1".
Yeah, that's it.
About $180.
That's what they list him as.
But it just seems like he's got more leeway to run the offense with Brown. There's more movement. It's not quite such a stoic, type of offense that Thibodeau ran. And the other thing too, he gets a break during a game.
Yeah.
Thibodeau played 7-8 guys,
and
on
they
a
would all
basis.
play 38 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, but he is really, when you watched him from when he was at Villanova, when he and Bridges were both at Villanova to today, and they go back and they show some of the old tape. I mean, not old, was it 6 years, 7 years? And it's fun to see him grow in the way he leads, and he's not afraid to lead this team. He's not afraid to take the ball and run, so to speak. And under Thibodeau, it seemed like they were, I don't know, the shackles were on at times.
Yeah.
He seemed somewhat limited, not his ability.
Free-flowing is what they are now.
Exactly. But I think if there's I can appreciate Bridges. I thought what Tim Kempton said in the first hour, we had him on a little bit earlier, the Suns radio analyst, is his shooting has not been good this year, but he's been more defensively responsible, more rebounding. He just seems more to his game, even though he's not shooting. Seems more mature, and the way he handles things seems even more so. So those two Villanovans, if you will, playing some good basketball with those Knicks.
One of the things that I'm going to watch for tonight, and Tim Kempton, as you alluded to in our first hour, was on and sort of mentioned it, and I'll elaborate. He thought the game was going to be an indicator probably in the first quarter of how the game was going to be played. And if it was a slowdown or if it was going to be faster paced. Now, look, when we saw the Spurs play OKC, that was a well-paced game. I mean, both teams got up and down the court. The Knicks do not like to have to be stuck in a setup offense all the time. They like to get up and down the court as well. And the Spurs love to play at a high tempo. That is their style of play. So it's going to be interesting, say, first 10 minutes, maybe the first quarter, to see if indeed we are going to have a more free-flowing type of game or if it's going to be more lockdown and the pace slows down.
Do you think that might have been one of the main reasons why Holmgren struggled the last 2 games, especially this game, because it was a fast-paced, physical, get in your face defensive type of game. And you can talk about the youth of San Antonio, but they can go up and down the court all day. And I think a guy that's not being talked about enough is Champagnie.
I'm with you. Yeah.
That kid, I mean, up and down the court, his defense, his clutch shot making. But to your point, I really felt that picking up the pace defensively by San Antonio really wore number one on SGA.
Yes.
And it really wore on Holmgren.
Yeah.
Hardenstein, he had his moments at times, but they missed Jaden Williams big time.
Look, Hartenstein played great in those 7 games. I mean, you can only ask so much of your center before he would foul out. He did a good job of bodying up and putting some heavy heat on Wemby, and it was effective, and that's why they were able to win 3 games because of the play of Hartenstein. You made a very good point about Chet Holmgren. I think the guy lost his confidence and his will, and once they got to game 7, he just could not adapt. And I think maybe the weight of that got to him because he was getting so badly outplayed.
I was one of the dads who followed AAU basketball for many, many years.
Okay.
So Holmgren grew up here.
Yeah.
And Wemby would come over to the States periodically, and they would play, junior high, high school, what have you, before he ended up going to Gonzaga. And they said that even then it was these 2 kids, these 2 gangly kids, pushing 6'5" to 7 foot, that even back then he had a little bit of a problem with Wemby. And I said, really, you watched this? He goes, yeah, I used to watch a lot of AAU and what have you.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So he brought that up. And not that he gets matched up against Wemby all the time. I just felt that, your point, I agree with you. I think the confidence factor, I mean, Chet Holmgren last year to this year is 2 different people.
Yeah.
And he caught a lot of brunt end of the burden in the post game. And I think that it's a very valuable lesson to learn. But Lou Dort was cold. Don't have Jaden Williams, in there. And then you had SGA that had to pick up the slack. And they were coming at him at all different angles. So he was having
they beat him up.
Well, he had to earn his shots. I mean, he's driving, turnaround, fadeaway jumpers. He didn't quite have the freedom of his shots that he had last year. He come out the 3-point line. There's somebody there in his grill.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's hanging back. Somebody's in his grill, the hand in his face to have him elevate. And quite frankly, he just, to your point, he looked spent. By the way, in the post game, I didn't know he had hair. He undid the rose.
Oh, he did? Oh,
undid the rose. He had like a quasi-afro. I'm like, wait a second. Is that SGA? I went, wait a second.
He let him out. Huh?
I guess he let him out. It was season's over, so time to let him out.
Wow. Look, I think what is going to take place in tonight's game is they will try to rough up Brunson as much as they can, and they will run 3, maybe 4 different guys at him. You will see De'Aaron Fox on him. You'll see Vassell on him. You'll see, Dylan Harper on him. Yeah, when he comes, I was going to say Ron Harper. That's his dad. You'll see Dylan Harper on him as well. And I just think that they're going to run as many different people at him and try to get him off of his game and make him uncomfortable.
And you might see Castle and Harper in the game, which you do a lot in the same time, running at him.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because when I think of this Knicks lineup, the Catman, who's a phenomenal shooter, he just, for his size and how big he is just not the down low presence you would think he would be. Hell of a player.
Oh, no, he's had a great year.
Hell of a player. Don't get me wrong. And it also looks like Robinson is going to play.
He is, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, with the finger. He had that operator on last week. Hell, they've had 3 weeks off for crying out loud.
Felt like it, yeah.
But they've had the 5 days off, so he's going to have that brace on, but he will be playing.
We talked a little bit about tickets for tonight's baseball game downtown at the Yard. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Max did a little investigation. What'd you find out, pal?
Well, it's looking like the section right behind the home plate is sold out, but there's plenty of tickets available in the upper level. Tickets there are ranging from $40 to $60.
Okay.
And there's a couple tickets in the outfield on the lower levels, and those are going to run you about $90 to $100. So I think it's a pretty good deal for a good game tonight.
I think it is too. So probably a lot of walk-ups, not sold out now. But I think they'll probably push 40 to 42,000 by the time it's all said and done.
I'm with you on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get into our campus quickies, the latest on ASU, U of A, and GCU. Let's get you to Max right now, however, with an ESPN 620 update.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Max Brown. The D-backs fell to the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-5 Tuesday night at Chase Field. Arizona battled back from an early 4-run deficit, highlighted by a home run from Corbin Carroll and a 2-run double by Nolan Arenado, but came up just short as the Dodgers evened the 4-game series at 1 game apiece. The D-backs continued their series with the Dodgers tonight at Chase Field. First pitch is scheduled for 6:40 p.m., with Zach Gallen expected to start for Arizona against Shohei Ohtani. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 on 98.7 FM and streaming live on the Arizona Sports app. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update, Twin Peaks has a go-for-gold giveaway rolling. 5 winners scored a hosted soccer match, hotel, and a $250 Twin Peaks gift card. Enter free at TwinPeaksSoccer.com and catch Michelob Ultra specials during all USA matches at Twin Peaks. TwinPeaksSoccer.com. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Rowe today and let's make them pay. Call 977-1900.
Call 977-1900.
Phoenix, if you need a plumber, call the team that does it the right way. Victory Plumbing Arizona. It's particular plumbing for particular people with upfront pricing before the work starts. So there's no surprises when the job's done. And here's a deal just for listeners. Tell them you heard Victory Plumbing on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, and they'll waive the service charge. For leaks, clogs, water heaters, or anything plumbing, book today at victoryplumbingarizona.com. ROC number 268603. When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Arizona businesses need more skilled workers, and our students are the solution. At the Pima Joint Technical Education District, we build the talent Arizona businesses rely on. With cutting-edge programs in health and technology and hands-on career training, our 30,000 students will graduate ready for high-demand careers. JTED builds the future of Arizona's workforce. Learn how our students will bring excellence to your business at PimaJTED.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Campus Quickies, your weekly quick look at the Sun Devils, Wildcats, Lumberjacks, and Lopes info, exclusively on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
All right, everybody, we are back. We roll all the way until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to do some campus quickies, ASU, U of A, and GCU in this segment. Let's go to ASU right now. And that means Hode Rubino. Devil's Digest is our guest. You can find him on X at Devil's Digest. So before we get into ASU stuff, Hode, who do you like tonight in the NBA?
Well, as a Phoenix Suns fan, I really hope the New York Knicks are going to win the title, but the Spurs, unfortunately, look unstoppable right now.
I would concur with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I'm a diehard Suns fan myself. I grew up, I bleed orange, but everybody's saying it's all about the Knicks, so I'm going to side with the San Antonio Spurs go against my religion, I'll go to confession after it's all said and done.
Well, welcome, pal, as always. Run us through the baseball. They had a terrific season this year.
And did you stay up and watch the entire game Friday night, Hope? Would they go 92 innings?
Something like that.
14 minutes, 14.
14.
But,
give or take.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a really complex season.
Yeah.
And baseball is really no different than football and basketball, working with limited NIL funds compared to their Big 12 foes, let alone other Power 4 conference teams. I really think they did, squeeze every bit of their talent. But, it was disappointing to see an offense that was generally red hot, throughout most of the season, really not be able to come through in the postseason, namely in the regional. And the pitching that's been ASU's question mark beyond Cole Carlone all season long, I thought was exceptionally well in the regional. So really mixed feelings about calling this season a success, calling it a failure. Ultimately, it wasn't two in barbecue. They definitely had a respectable showing in the regional, but this just went in and fell short. And obviously you have, the storyline of Landon Harrison. Have we seen the last of him in a Sun Devil uniform? Is his ever last at bat at ASU was going to be that ejection when he tossed his bat? That's also a storyline that that kind of bugs you and asks a lot of what if questions.
Very frustrating. I agree with you to not win the Big 12 tournament and then go extra innings against Ole Miss and lose that one in 14, and then you beat Nebraska, you beat them up pretty good, and but they almost got back in the game watching that, and then have Ole Miss beat you again. It's hard to see the Big 12 or ASU lose to an SEC team like Ole Miss.
Yeah, and look, and I'm not here to talk about moral victories, but it's not like Ole Miss, just boat raced ASU, just like ASU should have done to Nebraska. But yeah, I think that again, it definitely was a respectable showing. It's not like ASU just really played awful in the worst timing. Again, it's just ironic that the one area of your team that was really very dependable all year long didn't quite come through in the postseason. And on the flip side, the pitching, which really was a sore subject for so many games this year, I think really performed well. Mixed feelings, frustration. I think those are all very adequate sentiments about ASU baseball. You hope this program can really get over the hump. A lot of work is in store for Willie Bloomquist and his staff. There's a lot of good players to replace. And again, it's not like the NIL situation is all that great.
It looks as though a lot of the high school kids are committing finally here the last couple of weeks. Our K-State, tweets. We got 30 guys on there. There's several that have committed. They flipped from Georgia Tech. They flipped from one school to the other. Is ASU getting some of those kids to finally commit one way or the other these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think they're doing a relatively good job. I think just like basketball, just like football, the transfer portal rather than your recruiting class is really what's going to make or break this program, is really going to dictate if this program can take it to the next step. But I think you look at the two stars of the team, Landon Harrison and Cole Carlone, both of them born and raised in the Valley. So I think that does resonate at the end of the day with a lot of local high school kids over here committing to ASU. So that is good to see. But again, not to belabor the point, their success or failure with the transfer portal is really going to determine if ASU is going to have a better season in 2027.
In the off season, will bat flipping become a hot topic of conversation?
That was not smart, Landon.
It wasn't smart. I think there's an argument to be made that in a regional, he should have been ejected for the rest of the game, but not suspended.
Yes,
for the next game. And also, I think in all fairness here, if they're not playing the home team, i.e. Nebraska, and not feeling the ire of all the fans over there in the stands, the umpire at the end of the day is only human. Mm-hmm. And I think he probably let the emotion in a negative way, obviously, to take over. But it's really going to be unfortunate if Glenn Harrison does transfer out, and that's going to be his last at-bat as a Sun Devil. It really would be a damn shame.
It's always great, pal, when you come on the show. You always enlighten us and make it better. Have a good week, man.
Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go. That's Hode Rubino, everybody. Devil's Digest. Let's head south to Tucson. And that means Glenn Howell is our guest, the pre-halftime post-game show host. You can find him on X at Glenn P. Howell. That's Glenn P. Howell. Okay, so you got a player in Koa Pete who has decided that I'm going to stay in the NBA draft. I don't think it's shocking, but if memory serves me correctly, did you go on record in saying that you felt that he probably would even be better if he played one more season of college ball?
Absolutely, guys. How you doing? Thanks for having me on. I really believe that I think that another year would have helped him exponentially, because I think he could have been a lottery pick if he had developed a jump shot, developed some different moves, and not be such a linear player. I think he would have got some more time and been on a really good team that we could have another run at the Final Four. I think it would have been good for him to stay. But, people make their decisions, and he's going to have to live with that decision. And hopefully for the best for Koa. He's a great kid. I just hope the best for him. And just unfortunate for the University of Arizona.
Going to have to live with that $40 million contract, too. That's going to be tough. But my goodness gracious.
I don't know about $40 million. I don't know if you're going to get $40 million if you're down there by the 20s. If you're down there by the 20s, hopefully you get in that under 15. That'd be great.
I thought it was interesting. You read the combine report. He didn't have a great combine, whatever that means. These guys like the NFL combine, put him through all kinds of drills. And I think to your point, what you alluded to, and I agree with you, Glenn. I think that one more year would have done him better.
Yeah.
I think Burries is more ready for the NBA than Koa Pete, but just the talent, the potential, the explosiveness of this young man, I agree would have been a benefactor for one more year at U of A.
Yeah, I just think that he could have developed a mid-range jump shot. He could have developed a little bit more. He was kind of like a bull, kind of going into, and he's going to run into a lot of bulls in the National Basketball Association. There's a lot of bulls, that are there that are even bigger than him, that he's not going to be able to do that. So I think he's got to work on the finesse game a little bit, maybe go see a team or something, and work on that fadeaway jumper and all those different things he can develop in another year of college and still get. And the thing is, you're still getting paid. I mean, it's not going to be short change he's going to get. He's going to get he would have probably got $3 million, I would say.
Yeah.
And then, you can go buy a burger with that.
or two. It looks as though a lot of the high school kids are committing over the last couple weeks. I was just telling Hode Rubino, there's been like 4 or 5 kids committing to Kansas State. I wanted to see if you're finally getting those high school kids before their senior year, if the commitments are coming into U of A as well.
Yeah, they are coming. Are you talking about for football?
For football, yes. I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah. If you look at our enrollees that are just now coming, I just was looking at this the other day. We have 5 4-star guys, and I don't think we've had that in that sign or enrollees that have been here. I don't think we had that in about 15, 20 years.
Sure.
Okay, so now I think the word is getting out. We're developing players, and that's the thing is. We have to be in the developing business because we don't have the money to go buy the players. Okay. So we have to be in the developing business, and these kids and these parents and these agents, we got to put them in there too, that are saying that they have coaches that can develop them. We are getting some commits that in the last couple of weeks, we had 10 guys in last week and we had 8 commits.
That's awesome.
That's a pretty good. That's the 80% ratio. That's pretty good. And I think we're getting some more inside. Guys that are from the state of Arizona. We're getting a lot of guys from Texas. Okay, We're getting some guys in the state, and we're trying to win the state, and that's the first thing we were going to do. And we were on a call with Coach Brennan the other day, alumni call. We have an alumni call, which I think is great that University of Arizona is doing. Is that we have all these football guys, and we get to pound him with questions, and he takes it all, and it's awesome. And he's just saying that we have to be in the development business. That's the business that we're in, is we can't pay the guys, and the coaches are doing a great job. And then they also went from the model of tight end coaches, go recruit the tight end. They're not in areas where, you used to have Houston, used to have, Northern California. Now the player position coaches are recruiting their own guys, which I think is a great, great thing. And I think a lot of schools are doing that now.
Always good, pal, to have you on the show. You have a great weekend. Thank you.
I got one question.
Yeah, man.
One question. Since we won the Territorial Cup Series, shouldn't I be coming on first before home?
So it's an alphabetical thing, okay? So
I just thought maybe we should be coming on first because we won the cup.
Well, you're making a good point.
Yeah, it's A first, U second, and then either GC or NAU third. So I just kind of big fella.
I think it should be like, the guys that win the most. And, I think we should be sitting on top of the hill. I got a piece of cheesecake for that, man.
Hey, what was that movie that said, you'll get nothing and you'll be happy?
Yeah, you'll get nothing and you'll like it.
I just wanted to let that be known over there in Phoenix,
I figured as much.
Oh, the shots are being fired already. It's great. June.
I hope you guys don't get any hate mail or anything.
No, I always send the hate mail.
Yeah, we're just happy they still tune in when U of A comes on. We're just happy that way,
I always send the hate mail to Manuch.
Yeah, they can just let them send it to me, man. I can handle it.
You got it, brother. Hey, it's always good,
right,
man. We'll see you.
Bear down, fellas.
There you go. That was great. I really enjoyed that. Let's take a little trip then to GCU right now. And that means Paul Coro is our guest, and you can find him on X at Paul Coro. So welcome in, Paul, as always. Always good when we talk to you. Are you going to ask us as well? Can you be on first?
Yeah, I mean, GCU beat U of A 2-3 in baseball. So if the wins thing is what we're going on,
well, we'll take. Hey, we'll put it up to bid. We'll take the highest bidder. Are you kidding me? We're not shameful. Are you kidding me? Hey,
I just figured you needed a good cleanup.
Good job.
We'll send that down to Glenn Howell for sure. Hey, what a successful softball and baseball season you guys have. We are so sorry if we weren't remiss to get the GCU thing going again.
Well, I mean, you got to give a lot of flowers to softball. They to make it as far as they did. They played Nebraska on their own field better than anybody has all season this year. Just an incredible overall season, and it's just a continuation of the stuff Shannon Hayes has done since he's taken over the program. And they are seen as an elite program, and they're to the point now where they feel they go into seeding, of course knowing they're going to be in a tournament, but thinking that they should be getting a higher seed than what they did. They won 54 games, 54 in 10 this year.
Wow! And then you got a new baseball coach. Is it Steve? Is it Beiser or Beiser? Steve Beiser from Jacksonville State.
Beiser. Had a little MLB career. If people remember the Mets or Pirates, more of a journeyman who had to kind of scrap his way, and that's the guys that always make the best coaches, right? Because he played every position in the minors and played on that Bobby Valentine '97 Mets team, and actually kept a relationship with him. Just playing with him 1 year, and then he had this mentor for the rest of his coaching, and has had tremendous success at 3 D1, SEMO, Mizzou, Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State just went to a regional final last weekend. And now he's turning around. He had them in the top 25. And, he just gone. Mizzou has never been better since when he was there. They were top 50 program in the SEC, and since then they haven't been in the top 100. It's just a guy who knows the game. He's just so old. I mean, I don't want to say he's an old school coach because he's very up on the technology and metrics and everything. But he had a pitching staff that had a number 9 ERA this year. So wow. And they do a lot of fundamental things well, and he's going to carry that over. And he's obviously excited about the facilities, the weather, the talent pool in Arizona to draw from and recruit, and what GC was putting behind baseball to get it back to top 25. And when they were, at the Tucson Regional knocking out U of
A. This last one, I just got to ask you, does your wife know you dipped into the vacation fund with going out and Dylan Darling of St. John's? Is she aware of that?
Yeah, how about that? Dylan Darling, a big land in there's 7
Big
guys
time.
that came in the transfer portal. Dylan Darling, everybody remembers he kind of called his own play with Rick Pitino when they needed the game winner to knock out KU, and went offhand, hadn't hit a shot all game, and Pitino kind of was. He just said that's the kind of guy he is. He was confident and went to an offhand. But what GCU and Bryce Drew wanted, they wanted a point guard and this is a guy who was Big Sky Player of the Year before he went to St. John's at Idaho State. So he can do a lot more than there. He had to play a role and run a team that was going to the Sweet 16. But he's capable of being more than the guy that serves the drink. But lots of big time quality guys. Every one of these guys has starting experience that's coming into the team. You got a McDonald's All-American in Omaha Blue who's transferring from Wake Forest. Big 6'8", 230 guy. You got a really nice story in a local kid, Tyler Barron, who went to Valley Lutheran and had 0 offers except for Benedictine out of high school. Joined the Navy, and while his ship was docked, started playing with a JUCO team because he had a growth spurt. He's 6'10" now, and he started for Tulsa. Last year, and they went to the NIT championship.
Yeah.
So it looks like you'll be vacationing down in Yuma the next 4 years, give or take. They got a holodome down there, buddy. That'll be fun.
I got Arizona Western season tickets.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
They got a frog splash pool.
The Matadors down there at Arizona Western College. That's right.
It's always good, man. Thank you.
Thanks, PC.
We love you, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, take care, guys.
There you go, Paul Coro, everybody. Once again, you can find him on X at Paul Coro, GCU, the Lopes radio analyst. Campus Quickies presented today by All City Towing, and you can join All City Towing. They are Arizona's largest towing company, and they're looking right now for drivers, dispatchers, and customer service professionals. They pay great, and they have wonderful benefits. It's allcitytowing.com. Again, you can apply. Just go online, allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward. When we come back, we'll do a little football at 50. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever you're craving, we got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served over ice balls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. You push hard. You train hard. Shouldn't your soda work just as hard? Meet Who Knew, the superfood nutrition soda packed with whole vitamins, electrolytes, and antioxidants. Only 5 grams of natural sugar. Over 2,000 5-star reviews. Voted the #1 soda for athletes. Whole food nutrition. Great taste. That's Who Knew. Go to HUNUsoda.com and use code ESPN for 10% off your first order. Who Knew Soda. Soda that's actually good for you. HUNUsoda.com. Code ESPN.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get Dad dialed in with Ping Scottsdale Tech putters. The new mallets introduce IQ alignment technology. Each model improves your focus to sink more putts. Need more ideas this Father's Day? We have gift cards in any amount, plus our online gift guide at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. get there.
Bigger fields, bigger events, bigger experiences. Arizona Athletic Grounds. Arizona Athletic Grounds is a 275-acre sports and entertainment destination for athletes, fans, and families. Located in Mesa, AAG is one of the largest multi-sport complexes in the country, with over 475,000 square feet indoors and more than 150 fields and courts. From tournaments to training to cheer, dance, concerts, and corporate events, the Grounds does it all. Learn more at azgrounds.com.
Living in the Valley of the Sun means we're always battling the heat on the golf course, at work, or just getting through the day. To stay sharp, you need more than energy. You need hydration. You need Phoenix Hydration Energy, spelled Phoenix, like the city we love. Phoenix gives you clean, natural energy from green tea, plus 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. No crash, no junk, just pure performance. Grab Phoenix Hydration Energy today at 7-Eleven, Quick Trip, or Circle K. Phoenix Hydration Energy. Rise up.
When tragedy strikes, the impact is immediate and devastating. That's when the 100 Club of Arizona steps in, providing financial assistance, guidance, and emotional support to the families of public safety officers injured or killed in the line of duty. They also invest in mental health resources, injury prevention, and scholarships for the children of first responders. Every day, Arizona's public safety professionals put their lives on the line. The 100 Club of Arizona has their back. Learn more at 100club.org.
Now back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620.
All right, Manuch, give me a little random fact of the day.
Well, you might have been aware of this. I was not when I came across this morning. Chili tennis balls.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Chili tennis balls at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Tennis balls are kept in refrigerators to ensure the bounce is exactly right.
Chili balls, you always get some serious shrinkage with that.
I was going to say, I mean, you would think that they want them at room temperature just so they get that extra bounce. So there is your random fact of the day, Mr. Tennis Breath.
Okay, appreciate that. Let's do a little football at 50. It is presented by, oh boy, Go for Gold giveaway. They are rolling out at Twin Peaks 5 winners to score world-class soccer experience this summer. Its hosted match includes a hotel, $250 Twin Peaks gift card, and cities are like Dallas, Miami, and Kansas City. You can enter free at twinpeaksoccer.com, and you want bonus entries? Just grab the daily code off your Twin Peaks receipt, punch it in. One day through all the way until the 14th of June. There you go, twinpeaksoccer.com. Manuch, what do you got?
This is a little Football 50 police blotter.
Okay.
The Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office issued a warrant for the arrest of... Why does this not surprise me?
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk on a misdemeanor charge of exhibition of speeding.
Yeah.
The warrant is in reference to a video Ayuk posted to YouTube back in December, in which he appears to tape himself from the driver's seat going well over the posted 40 miles per hour speed limit on a road that runs past Levi Stadium. The DA's office confirmed to ESPN, that being this morning. A few days after posting the video, Ayuk apologized for sharing the video of himself driving a Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
It's under my pay grade.
Yeah.
On Tasman Drive, just outside of the Niners home complex. Sorry, y'all. My car content won't come with speeding anymore. He wrote that, was praying with my son tonight and wouldn't want anybody else to miss out on the opportunity to do the same with their loved ones. My apologies. The kid's just mentally irregular.
He's lost it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. When we come back, Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight. Dodgers, D-backs. We'll dive into that. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. ESPN 620.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say Micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 Micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selection. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Franklin Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school.
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. One fake fentanyl pill could cost your child their life. Learn how to talk to your kids at TalkNowAZ.com. This message is sponsored by Substance Awareness Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on their new home, ESPN 620.
You a free-falling kind of guy, Manuch?
Yeah, I like this song.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think it was one of his best.
You know, I followed some of his music.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of it, but I'm an acoustic guitar guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this, like Craig Chiquiso, like his stuff, a little contemporary jazz with the acoustic guitar.
I'm more running down the dream. That's for me. Yeah.
Yeah, he had some good songs.
Yeah.
Just
this one just wasn't my favorite. That's all. So, and you can always go with I Won't Back Down. That's always good. Okay, speaking of not backing down, I can't believe I just did that. Tonight at the Yard, Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers, matched up against Zach Gallen, who has been, and I'll use a Manucci term, scruffalophilus so far throughout the first part of the Major League Baseball season. So Ohtani has been, in the last few times he's been on the mound, just about unhittable. In fact, he was a no-hitter through 6 innings in his last outing. You have put together, because you're a smart guy, some of his statistical
Did you get that on
information.
tape, Max? Max, you got that on tape? Maybe that'll be our one call that's all. Remember one call that's all. Is that comment right there by one Jimmy B. Sounds good.
Don't be nice to him, Max. He doesn't deserve it. So, at any rate, what did you uncover, Big Dog?
Well, you know, it's interesting because everybody says, you know, his ERA is 0.82.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. 0.82.
Yeah.
And he's pitched 55 innings, Yamamoto's pitched 69. Now, he's on the verge. If they were to give a Cy Young Award winner right now, he wouldn't be eligible because he doesn't have enough innings yet. Now,
Right.
he will.
He will, yeah.
So let's just look at Yamamoto first. Right now, as far as his stats, he's pitched 11 games. He's 5-4, 69 innings pitched, and he's at 2.86 ERA. He is really, throwing very, very well. Now he's given up 9 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Justin Roblinski, he's had 10 games. He's currently 7-2 for the Dodgers, and he's at a 2.87 ERA. Emmett Sheehan, who struggled against the Diamondbacks, he is currently 3-2. He has a 4.50 ERA. Here's the numbers for Shohei Ohtani. So he's pitched 9 games. He's 5-2. He's, as I mentioned, pitched 55 innings so far. He's only given up 5 earned runs.
How many?
5. Okay, now let me go back to Yamamoto.
Okay.
He's given up 22 earned runs.
Okay.
Roblinski's given up 20. Sheehan seems to be the struggling starter. He's given up 29. And then there's Ohtani. He's given up 5. Therein lies the 0.82 ERA. Now,
it's amazing.
Below him is Sasaki, who's below him. He's at 3-3. His ERA is 4.59. He's not had quite the year he'd like to have. He's at 26 earned runs. And then you have Glasnow's given up 12.
Okay.
So you just kind of go across the board, look at these numbers. Ohtani's got 61 strikeouts. Yamamoto 69. And then you have 40 for Roblinski. And then you have 62 for Sheehan. Sheehan's at least throwing a lot of numbers, at least a lot of strikeouts.
Hey, he pitched reasonably well.
He did.
And even though the Diamondbacks ended up winning that game, he threw a pretty good game.
He did. He really did. And then you have a Shohei with 61 strikeouts. His WAR, that being Ohtani, is 2.5. When you look at Yamamoto's 1.5, 1.4 for Roblinski, 0.3 for Sheehan, to your point. And then again, we talk about the ERA. And the one thing you just look at is you see those numbers. The biggest number is the earned runs, right?
Okay.
So 5 compared to on average, their other 5 starters are right around, if I did the average, probably, I'm going to say 22, 23, and there's Ohtani with 5. So you just kind of go across the board, and you look at the wins and losses, 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that is the effectiveness that Ohtani has as far as keeping the ball down. And I'm trying to find total amount of pitches that they have. Oh, here's another one that's really big. Is that he's only given up 2 home runs so far on the year. Walks, 17 walks on the year. And I mentioned the strikeouts. He's got 61 strikeouts on the year.
That's amazing.
So when you look at his overall numbers, they're not only good, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
They are just absolutely off the charts that we're seeing with Shohei Ohtani. So now you go over to the batting side for the LA Dodgers. And Paez right now is the leading hitter for this team. When you look at, his average is 293. And you look at him overall after 61 games. Now, Paez has played a lot of baseball. Then there's Freddie Freeman, and then there's Shohei Ohtani. Now, looking at the pitching reference that he has, and you look at his batting average right now, Ohtani currently at 293. He's got 10 home runs on the year. Paez, believe it or not, 13 home runs.
He's hit it pretty good.
And he's got 51 RBIs, and you got Shohei 33 RBIs. And the other thing, too, you take a look at, as far as walks are concerned, Ohtani leads the team in walks. He's got 40 walks, and the other one closest to him would be Kyle Tucker, who's really struggling.
He is
at the plate.
That's a waste of money right now.
It is. And I mentioned that Ohtani's batting average is at 293. Talked about the home runs. On base percentage, 411. Okay, you look at the rest of the Dodgers. Nearest one to him would be 360. That'd be Freddie Freeman. But 411 slugging percentage. Now he's at 516. Now Paez is at 533. But to have a slugging percentage of 516 as a pitcher is just truly amazing. Here's the thing that stands out. His OPS, 9.927, 927 OPS.
Yeah.
The nearest one closest to that would be Paez again at 871. So Paez might be the, I would say, the most underrated Dodger, most underrated player in Major League Baseball as far as his stats are concerned. My point is to see that kind of prowess as a hitter and a pitcher for one guy is a once-in-a-lifetime scenario that a lot of you fans out there need to enjoy and watch this over the next 10, 15 years, however long he plays. None of us were around when Babe Ruth was going through things that were similar.
I was close.
With the Boston Braves before he got traded to the Yankees and became more of a pure right fielder and hitter. So when you look at these numbers, and until you really study them, look at them, you just kind of go, wow, here we are a third of the way through the season. And this guy is just, and he's pumped up and he's jacked up. And I think that these are some things we're going to have to watch for, is his pitching and hitting. And the last time out, you talked about a no-no for 6 innings. And by the way, in the bottom of that inning, it's a home run to dead center.
Yes, that's correct.
Not 410, not 420, 467.
Yeah, he just killed it
to dead center. So I think the moral of my story is really appreciate when you're watching Shohei Ohtani take the mound or just play. Now, the one thing that is relatively down this year more so than last year, he's only got 6 stolen bases. Last year, he was the first to become a 50-50 guy. 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases. So if there's anything that's down, is his stolen bases. Now, his strikeout numbers are up a little bit this year. He's got 59 strikeouts. But I will say this, he gets his money's worth when he's at the plate.
Oh, he does not get cheated.
And, he doesn't get cheated.
Axe.
And he doesn't get fooled. When you watch him, he doesn't get fooled very much. Now, he's got a good eye. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, you looked at, the walks. He's got 40 walks. But, he is a threat to go yard every time he's at the plate. Now, he had a double and a triple yesterday.
Yeah.
The triple just tells you how well he runs when he's going around those bases. Corbin Carroll is elite as far as the quickness. And I would say Shohei Ohtani is not too far behind the way he strides around.
He's a big man.
He's a big man, and he strides. You guys 6'5", probably pushing 225, 230, and just strong, lean. But the bat speed that I thought was interesting when they film him from there, or they show him from the bat, from the Diamondbacks from their angle, their camera in their dugout. And to see him how hard he swings at the plate from ground level, truly amazing.
Yeah.
It's just truly amazing.
So answer me this then, baseball breath. Do you expect to get a good performance out of Zach Gallen tonight? Because we haven't seen one in a while. Or not?
Are you talking about the law of averages here?
Yes,
You would hope.
Giving him a chance.
You know what? I think that I would certainly hope so. I think he'll be pumped up. It's the Dodgers are in town.
Yeah.
They lead the National League West. If there's a team that you're going to have to prove you can beat on a daily basis if you get to the playoffs, hopefully they will. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers. I would certainly hope so. You look at this Diamondback team. He's the one guy out of the rotation that's really lagging for this Diamondback team. I look at a lot of the things. I'm going to pull up his stats here just real quick, his pitching stats, to see where he is in reference to all things. He's currently 4th. He's already pitched 12 games. This will be his 13th. He's currently, when you look at him, he is 3-4.
Yep.
ERA. Here's the thing that's been somewhat consistent.
This is problematic.
5.16.
Yes.
5.16. And the guy just right underneath him is Ryan Nelson at 4.82. So when you look at the numbers, I kind of broke down on Shohei's given up, that being Zach Gallen, 69 hits, 34 earned runs. He and Ryan Nelson have both given up the most earned runs at 34. Ryan Nelson at 35. Home runs, here's the thing. He has given up 10. Ryan Nelson, 15, but it doesn't seem like that, does it?
No.
And then there's Merrill Kelly at 10. So you look at that, between those individuals, they've given up 35 home runs on the year, which is not good. I look at Zach Gallen numbers compared to those three. The most walks is pretty much Merrill Kelly. Strikeouts, his numbers, 42 on the year, 52 by Nelson. And I kind of go across the board. His whip is 1.47, but the thing that really stands out is that ERA, 5.14. I'm trying to look at the amount of pitches or strikes the ratio that
he's
they have.
thrown between strikes and balls.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't see that, but there's one thing that he does is he throws
a lot of pitches,
way too many pitches in 5 innings.
Agreed.
I think he's averaging close to 85 to 90 in 5 innings, which is way too much.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So,
And
I would hope that against, he should be pumped up.
He should be.
I would think the D-backs, hey, Shohei Ohtani, home game, should be close to a sellout crowd, that these guys would be game number 3 out of 4 would be pumped up. By the way, tomorrow's game is a night game as well, too.
Okay.
Just so you know that.
No, so Getaway is not a day game.
Not going to be a day game tomorrow.
I got you. All right, quick timeout. When we come back, NBA, the finals, game 1 tonight in San Antonio. According to the New York media, the Knicks have already won, and they are planning a monster parade in Manhattan already. We'll get into that as well. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Now open in North Scottsdale. It's the Orangedale Lounge. ODs, right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
Phoenix, if you need a plumber, call the team that does it the right way. Victory Plumbing Arizona. It's particular plumbing for particular people with upfront pricing before the work starts. So there's no surprises when the job's done. And here's a deal just for listeners. Tell them you heard Victory Plumbing on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, and they'll waive the service charge. For leaks, clogs, water heaters, or anything plumbing, book today at victoryplumbingarizona.com. ROC number 268603.
Hey listeners, how do you help first responders and their families when they need help? Well, you can come to a benefit concert party at Kierland Golf Course in the Marshalls Pavilion. Friday night, May 8th, 80s cover band Rock Lobster. They tear it up in the AZ band scene. Food, drinks, and fun for great cause. The 100 Club of Arizona has been assisting public safety members since 1968 with the line of duty death, mental health, safety equipment, and scholarship for family members. Go to 100club.org. That's 100club.org events page.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
Celebrate Father's Day this year at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get Dad dialed in with Ping Scottsdale Tech putters. The new mallets introduce IQ alignment technology. Each model improves your focus to sink more putts. Need more ideas this Father's Day? We have gift cards in any amount, plus our online gift guide at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice-cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Let's get back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B now on ESPN 620.
Little headbanger music. Were you a headbanger, Manuch?
No.
Your hair long? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had some hair back in the day.
I had shoulder length hair in college.
I had the flip going,
Yeah. Did you ever have a mullet?
No. Wouldn't be caught with a mullet or a mohawk, mullet, all the above. I had the long flowing locks, man.
Yeah.
Had the Prel shampoo going strong back in the day. Remember the Prel?
I do remember that.
Remember
combination of shampoo and conditioner.
No, Prel was just pure shampoo.
Oh, I thought, what was the one that was?
It's Protein Pantene. That's it. I got that at home.
Who?
It's a combination.
No, that's
of
now. Back in the day, wasn't it?
But there was never that.
Wasn't it Prell?
No. Prell was
Max,
shampoo.
look it up.
No.
I think I'm right.
No, there's never.
Back in the day, Prell conditioner and shampoo combined into one.
No, Jimmy, I'm
Maybe
sorry.
I have the wrong name,
Yeah.
but I knew there was one that was a combined into one.
It's still available, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner.
And is it Prell? Is it Prell?
Yes, sir.
Damn right,
PRELL.
yeah. Make that the call of the day right there.
No, it wasn't available back in the 70s.
No,
Jim. He's saying it's available now.
It's still, No, he said it's still available today.
That's
$9 on Amazon.
Well, Jimmy, you got to have hair to use it.
No,
So.
please. Here's our State 48 Roofing. It's your call question of the day. By the way, State 48 Roofing, give them a ring. You get a free roof inspection before the monsoons hit and we get close into mid-July. Keep your roof looking sexy. With State 48 Roofing, all you have to do, just go online. Visit state48roofing.com. That's state48roofing.com. And here is the world-class question. Who is your pick for the potential MVP of the NBA Finals? And you have four options. One, Jalen Brunson, Knicks. Two, Karl Anthony Towns, Knicks. You have Victor Wembanyama, Spurs, and De'Aaron Fox, Spurs. Just go to Roc and Manuch on X, Instagram. Cast your vote. Manuch, are you marinating or have you made a decision?
Yeah, I think it's in between Jalen Brunson and Victor Wembanyama.
I'm with you.
I really do. It's one of those situations. You talked about how the Knicks are getting so much love for this series.
Oh, yeah.
I think one pundit, one of those NBA pundits said, hey, look, you might even see the Knicks win, but Wemby might win the MVP, which hasn't been done since Jerry
West, 1970.
1970. You know what? I like the Spurs. I like them in 6, and I'm gonna go with Wemby. I'm gonna go ahead and make a choice and vote with Wemby. Which way you lean?
I like Wemby, of course, in this as well. I think that the guards for the Spurs will just attack Jalen Brunson all game long and not give the poor guy a chance to breathe. And I think people are way off base thinking that this series is over. Look, I've said this before. The Knicks, throughout the course of their playoff run, they won every game by double digits or more. And they only had 2 games that were relatively somewhat competitive. The rest were blowouts where you have the Spurs who went 7 games and knocked out the defending NBA champion Thunder on their home court.
So before we go to Max for the results, just go to @Roc and Manuch on X and @Roc and Manuch on Instagram. All right, Max, which way are the folks leaning so far there, bud?
It's honestly pretty split between Brunson and Wembanyama. I'm not really seeing anything for Fox, nothing for Towns, but I think the people want Wembanyama.
Okay,
that's the consensus right here.
I think that'd be leaning that way. And don't you think that a lot of these players, I mean, folks say, well, they're the players, or the players say, we don't read the fine print, we don't read this, we don't hear this, we tune it out. That's the biggest bunch of BS.
I'm with you.
Because if there's any kind of bulletin board material, it's getting hung up in the locker room, or it's going to get shot across their Instagram messages or whatever. That I can just see Wembanyama's buddies over in France going, hey, garçon. They're saying that you ain't got no chance. That you guys are just happy to be there. Oh, let me correct that. They're saying that they're going to smoke you, but you're going to get the MVP. I don't care what anybody says. And I can almost tell you this, that Greg Popovich, the fine former head coach of San Antonio, probably put a little bug in their ear as well, too, going, once again, small market San Antonio, not getting the love that you guys actually deserved. When the Western Conference title, everybody else is saying, well, Holmgren was a no-show, or Jalen Williams was hurt, or Lou Dort couldn't hit the water from the boat, or on and on. No accolades is how you went out and won it. I can guarantee you Pop is doing that. Robinson and Tim Duncan are like, look, ignore the noise. Just be fired up, be ready, be smart, but play tenacious defense once again and go out and make it happen. I can just see that organization during that dynasty era, the mid 2004 through 2010, and after that, nobody gave them the chance. Well, these guys will beat you, or these guys will beat you, and you don't have a chance. You're playing the Knicks.
I'm with you, and I understand perfectly the dislike here in the Valley because of the Spurs and what took place with the hip check on Steve Nash, and it may have pretty much cost
You know what's funny?
the chance to win the title.
You just say hip check to a Suns fan. They'll know exactly what that was. Isn't that amazing?
I'm watching the game. I saw it.
All you say is just hip check, and everybody can tell you exactly.
Oh, yeah.
They'll tell you where they were.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you who the players were.
Yep.
And they'll tell you who got suspended the next game.
I get it. I really do. But if you hate the Spurs that much, okay, then you have to root for the Knicks if you want a dog in the fight. If you don't hate the Spurs that much because this is an entire new team and a different regime and Pop is not the head coach anymore, then I have to look at it from the standpoint that, okay, that's in the past. I understand it, and I haven't forgotten it, but I like the Spurs.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I've even though you kind of get heartburn over that, I've forgotten about it. Matter of fact, I admire San Antonio. I admire the organization for what they've been able to do. I mean, how many championships do they have? How much of the consistency they have? They built via the draft. The way that they built the consistency that they've had over the years with Pop, and the things that they've done with the kind of players they go out and find.
Right.
I mean, Manu who? Yeah, Manu Ginobili. Where'd you find him?
Yeah.
Where'd you find Parker at?
St. Mary's.
Yeah, another fine Frenchman. And, so you admired how their bench play, the players that they have, the Sean Elliott's of the world, the guys that they have year in and year out. And they were down a few years, but they built back. They got Wemby. They went out and got De'Aaron Fox last year.
That was a good trade.
That was a great trade. And I think it was midway through last year that you went, wait a second. They got Fox after the All-Star break, and they started to make little moves. They started to play better basketball.
They did.
Now, at the beginning of this year, would you have said that the San Antonio Spurs were going to play in the NBA Finals? Probably not.
I still had OKC in the finals.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too. And I think with the Knicks, you went, that's pretty good prognostication since they got beat in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But San Antonio would be competitive, but not like what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, they have really moved to another level.
And the young guys, how quickly the young guys have developed.
Oh, Dylan Harper has turned into just a stud, and he comes off the bench. Think about that. He'd be starting right now if he was playing for the Suns.
And as another tradition for San Antonio, their bench play.
Yes.
Over the years, when you think back over the years.
Manu Ginobili came off the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a sixth man of the year, a perennial sixth man of the year in and year out. And the way that Greg Popovich, and I forget who the general manager was at the time, because the way that they were bringing players in from Europe and drafting players, and they're not so much making a lot of moves. Now, of course, when you get David Robinson, Tim Duncan, not as if you have to make a lot of moves. But I think those are some of the things that you looked at and you admired from a distance. And that's why it's so difficult for the Suns to beat them, whether it be the Western Conference Finals or the Western Conference quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. By the way, for those of you, if you're like me and you have DirecTV,
oh, yes.
You're freaking hosed because Craig Fooey from Channel 15 did not tell the bosses to pay the bill. So Scripps is in a snit right now with DirecTV, and ABC is not on. In other words, ABC is off the air if you have DirecTV. So call Fooey. Blame it on him. I shouldn't say that. I am.
He just works it. Don't blame him.
Yeah, but he's got power. He's been there a long time,
right.
Manuch.
He's got that clout.
He does
to make sure Scripps reapplies for DirecTV.
Can do that. He speaks softly and carries a big stick. That's what he does. Anywho, I'm now. So tonight, I'll be at the refreshment stand, and I'm just going to camp out.
Thanks for the heads up there, Jimmy
Yep,
B.
that's
a
it.
scorned DirecTV user right there.
The segment presented by Venezia's Pizzeria. They are the official partner of Sun Devils Athletics. Hey, you can grab your giant slice of pepperoni or cheese at every ASU home game: football, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, so much more. Proudly serving fans and fueling the Devils all season long. It's Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition and a Sun Devil favorite. Just go online, Venezias.com. Again, that's Venezias.com. When we come back, we're going to talk NFL football. That's right. Myles Garrett is out of Cleveland and now sequestered nicely in Los Angeles. Eric Williams from Fox Sports is going to join us. But right now, let's get you to an ESPN 620 Sports Center update.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Max Brown. D-backs fell to the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-5 Tuesday night at Chase Field. Arizona battled back from an early 4-run deficit, highlighted by a home run from Corbin Carroll and a 2-run double by Nolan Arenado, but came up just short as the Dodgers evened the 4-game series at 1 game apiece. The D-backs continue their series with the Dodgers tonight at Chase Field. The first pitch is scheduled for 6:40 p.m., with Zach Gallen expected to start for Arizona against Shohei Ohtani. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 p.m. on 98.7 FM and streaming live on the Arizona Sports app. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update, Twin Peaks has the Go for Gold giveaway rolling. 5 winners score a hosted soccer match, hotel, and a $250 Twin Peaks gift card. Enter free at twinpeakssoccer.com and catch Michelob Ultra specials during all USA matches at Twin Peaks. Each drink, scenic views.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever you're craving, we got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served over ice balls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner and Rowe today. 977-1900.
So ready to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Let me remind you, Thursdays are where the weekend starts at Twin Peaks Restaurant. Grab an ice cold Bud Light or a refreshing Michelob Ultra and catch wall-to-wall sports on massive TVs everywhere you look. Big games, cold beer, made from scratch food. Start your weekend early with Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Thursdays at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Now back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620.
First down. Burrow is on the pressure. He's sacked. And there it is. A record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century as a new leader. His 30-year-old Myles Garrett records his NFL record 23rd sack of the year. Thank you to CBS Sports for the highlight. That took place last season. Myles Garrett out of Cleveland and now in Los Angeles, which is why we asked if Eric Williams, who is the terrific NFC West beat writer for FoxSports.com, if he was available today. He said, anything for you guys. So here he is and he's already laughing. Here he is. Did that catch you a little by surprise, Eric, or did you see it coming?
No, I was shocked. I knew that there was a possibility that they could move him, but I didn't think the Rams would be the team where he ended up. I thought, potentially Philadelphia or maybe the Cowboys or somebody like that. So for him to go to the team that was the prohibitive favorite already, and now they're obviously the heavy favorites to win the Super Bowl, is interesting. I was there at his introduction in Los Angeles yesterday. It was a packed house. It's a big deal for the organization. Obviously, Los Angeles is a place where they want to see stars, and the Rams added another one yesterday.
Eric, it never ceases to amaze me. I mean, I read this yesterday when it came down, and you always have to check to make sure it's not an AI situation. It's not a false report. And I know a lot of the Cleveland Browns that read it thought that. They thought this was just a fake story until it came over the legitimate wires, i.e. Eric Williams, FoxSports.com, those kind of things. But for the Rams, it never ceases to amaze me that this team is a perennial winner, and there's a reason why. I think of Matthew Stafford. Okay, you can have Jared Goff. We want Stafford. Some of the signings with their defensive backs over the last several years, I mean, they want to win. And I think I admire this organization, San Francisco and Seattle, that they know in this division, NFC West, they have to keep up with the Joneses, and they make the kind of moves that give them a chance to win Super Bowls and not just compete.
Yeah, it's an arms race. I mean, it's who can have the most staffed roster, going into the season. Obviously, with this move, getting, Myles, it makes their defense, I think, elite and one of the best defenses in the league. Their front four was already pretty good. They have to move on from Verse, who's a good player, but they replace him with, probably the best defensive player in the league, who's still 30 years old and probably has 3 or 4 more good years left. I think more importantly for the Rams, they could get back to playing defense as they did when Aaron Donald was there. What I mean by that is Aaron Donald, was a matchup nightmare. You could move him around the formation and basically create pressures because you knew teams had to double him. Myles was the most double defensive lineman last year. He got 23 sacks, the single season sack record, on a team that went 5-12 and was probably playing behind most of the time. Now he's going to be on a team that's going to be playing from ahead most of the time. So you can imagine how many more pass rush opportunities he's going to get with the Rams. So, I mean, is 30 sacks out of the question? Can he get to a crazy number like that? It's going to be fun to watch this year.
Speaking of Aaron Donald, Eric Williams, I know you got his digits. I know you have his digits. You got to give him a call and say, hey, yo, Big A, it's your boy E.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You got Myles. Pat McAfee hollered at you a little bit, tweeted at you. Sean McVay said it's in your balls in your corner. I mean, hey, you guys could be dominant. You guys could be the fearsome foursome recreated 1968. I'm just saying, throwing a couple of, ideas at you there, Eric.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Aaron Donald's number, but I do have someone's number that's very close to Aaron Donald. So I reached out to him and asked him, and he said, I have no clue, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's thinking about it.
Sure.
And I think he says that because, Aaron Donald is working out. You look at his social media.
Yeah.
It's basically a workout tape. He's doing, squats. He's doing, benches and curls with 100-pound weights that, most people would struggle to lift up on their own. So I think he'll be in shape. But I do think there's a question as to whether he wants to go through the monotony of football practice every day, which is not enjoyable, as you know, Manuch. So does he want to get back to that routine? It's been 3 years. I think if he did do it, it would probably be at the end of the year, avoiding training camp and maybe just coming back to play a couple weeks of the regular season to get in shape and to be ready for the postseason. I could see that potentially. But whenever he's spoken in public, he's basically said, he's done playing and he has enough going on with his business ventures and he doesn't miss it.
I can't believe Manuch just referenced the fearsome foursome with Rosie Greer and Merlin Olsen and my man David Deacon Jones.
And by the way, Eric, as a backup, I loved practice because that's about the time I could play.
A quarterback, pretty good practice.
I'm like, okay. I had to prove myself every day to stay on the team. Are you kidding me?
You did.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about how does San Francisco and Seattle react, or have they already done their reaction and they're pretty comfortable and set?
Yeah, that's a great question. This late in the game in the offseason, I think it's tough to react to such a massive move like this. But I do think there's potential for these teams to react closer to the trade deadline. Play those first 9 or 10 weeks, kind of see where your team's at. As far as Seattle, they don't play the Rams for the first time until December. So they'll have a chance to kind of see where their roster's at, see if they're healthy enough to make a run. And then, like the Seahawks did last year, they added Rashid Shaheed, and he really helped them in that Super Bowl run. So I think you can add a player like that another team that isn't in it is ready to move on from, that could potentially give you a bump, going down the final stretch. So I do think there's potential to react, at the trade deadline to make a move on a player. Or, there's guys that are sitting out right now. I think somebody like Stephon Diggs, is available. So there are pieces that you can add. The Giants just added Odell. So there's veteran guys out there, but they're not the caliber of somebody like Miles.
But doesn't mean that there's counters and then there's just taking care of your people. Ball just signed his extension with Seattle. Yep. And it looks as though they're trying to get Witherspoon extended as well, too. So it's not as if they'll counter the move. It's just that Seattle's taking care of their people to make sure they keep up with the Rams and the 49ers, it seems.
No, that's a great point. And I think that's their philosophy, draft and develop. And so Snyder wants to make sure that he signs his foundational guys. You're right. They're working on a contract with Witherspoon and trying to get that done, hopefully by the beginning of training camp. They already got JSN done. They signed Derek Hall to, pretty good money. He's a guy that played well in Super Bowl, had a couple sacks. So a guy that they're going to need to probably play more of a role with Oyemate moving on and signing the Bengals. They have to figure out how to replace Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant in their secondary, but they feel like they have people on their roster that can do that. I think for the Seahawks, it's about connectivity and kind of keeping and maintaining that culture. But the real question for them is going to be offensive coordinator with, Brian Fleury coming in and taking over those duties, Clint Kubiak moving on. He's never called plays before. So I think there is, a legitimate concern about what that offense is going to look like with a new OC directing.
And going across I crossed the interstate there over to Charger land, per se. It looks like McDaniels is already setting the tone for Justin Herbert, really working with him a lot, really not so much holding the feet to his fire, at least what I read, but really kind of opening up his game and getting him back to where he was and making him, the way I read it, Eric, making him realize, look, there's 10 other guys on the field. You don't have to be Superman every play.
Mm-hmm. So I think two things and I read the transcript from Justin talking, they want to get his footwork right. They don't feel like his footwork is where it needs to be to kind of speed up his delivery. And then the second thing is they want to get the ball out of his hands quicker. They feel like when he delivers the ball under 2.4 seconds, he has a higher completion percentage and more productive things happen. So I think you're going to see, more of a quick passing game, and I think they want to kind of clean up his footwork so he's more efficient in the pocket.
Well, make sure that you give him my card because the lab would love to have him because all you got to do is say, look, Brock Purdy, Tyler Shuck, Chubba Purdy. We'll get him straightened out, okay?
I will pass along your contact information.
There you go. Hey, how come there's no conversation about the team that resides here in the Valley of the Sun? Oh, I know, because most people think they're just going to stink the entire rest of the season. Have you got any info that you can pass along on Jacoby Brissett or on Josh Sweat?
No information on either one of those. You're right. There hasn't been a lot of scuttlebutt, nationally about the Cardinals. But I will say this. I mean, you look at the Cardinals roster, they have players.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, particularly in the offensive side of the football, it is a head scratcher why they're taking so much time to get Jacoby done when you're talking about signing a guy to a contract that's going to be on the lower level of starting quarterbacks. You would think that you would just want to get him in there and not make it an issue. So hopefully they can get that done. Again, I think before the start of mandatory minicamp would be good to get him in. But while Jacoby's not there, you're getting a look at Carson Beck. Sounds like he's been, playing pretty good, out there with the reps that he's getting. So they get a longer look at him. But you're right. Ultimately, you have to get your best players there to give your team a chance to be able to compete in this division, because this division is the best in football right now.
No question.
On top of that, Jimmy and I talked about Marv Harrison Jr.'s got to take a step up his third year. And when you see the numbers of JSN, what he signed, Landon Drake signed yesterday for $35 per year. If he wants to be anywhere close in that ballpark, he's got to really step it up in his third year, I would think.
Yeah, he's going to have to be productive. And again, it's going to be hard for him to do that if he's not getting the reps with who's going to be starting at the quarterback. And I think it's a little disappointing because you did start to see like a connection start to develop between Jacoby and Harrison at the second half of the season before he got hurt. And you would hope that they would be able to kind of continue to build on that in the offseason. They haven't been able to do that because, Jacoby hasn't been in camp. So I think the sooner that he can get in camp, the better it's going to be overall for that offense.
Let me follow up with that, okay? Do they want him in camp?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to.
I'm just following up. I'm following up on your answer where you said I found it a little funny that they haven't been able to strike a deal because it shouldn't be that big of a deal to sign him.
I would agree.
So then I ask, okay, and I say stupid things on this show a lot. Manuch will attest to that.
Absolutely.
But
we got a chalkboard with lines.
Yeah, really. I'm just curious now. Do they want him?
And maybe, let me respond a little bit. And what about the rest of the league? What their thoughts about something like Jacoby Brissett? If he's your guy, why haven't you compensated him?
Well, I will say this. I know the first year I was covering Pete when he was in Seattle, they brought back Matt House back, but they also brought in Charlie Whitehurst.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt didn't practice a lot that first year in the offseason because they wanted to get a long look at Whitehurst and just kind of see what he could do and how he could develop. And so, yeah, they might not be in a hurry to bring Jacoby in because if Jacoby's there, he's going to take the majority of the reps. By him not being there, they could get a long look at Carson and Minshew and just kind of see where they're at. I think they already have a pretty good idea of who Jacoby is as a player and as a person. And so, yeah, you're right. Maybe they're slow playing a little bit so they can get these other guys these reps, knowing that Jacoby can come in, quickly learn the offense. It doesn't take very long for him and get up and going, rather quickly.
Well, give us your best on what you find out with Aaron Donald. When you see McDaniel over there with Justin, let me know when you get those pedal pushers that he's wearing, those high waters. I mean, he's styling and profiling over there.
Yeah, he is.
And then on top of that, tell Brock, as I was mentioned, no slacking and Cadillacing when you get up to the Bay Area.
All right, I got a long honeydew list.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
You sure do, my man. And just remember, I've got cousins that know where you live, so let's make sure you follow. All right, big guy.
You're the best, Eric. Thank you, Bal. You have a great day and a great week.
Thanks, Eric.
Awesome. Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
There you go. Always fun when we have him on the show. That just kind of struck me, Manuch, when he said that you would have thought they would have done that deal quickly.
Yeah, you really do. You really think about that. If he's your starter,
yeah,
and you're significantly apart with what he wants and what you're willing to give, there's got to be a happy medium. And I think you want him in camp sooner rather than later. But again, it's the Cardinals, Jimmy B.
Oh yeah, I know.
They're always just bass backwards. Just all these moves these guys are making.
Yeah,
it's just incredible. I mean, they ended up 9 games behind third place last year.
Not first place.
Third place. Yes. Just amazing.
All right, we're coming right back. We'll get into our Lerner and Row one call. Also, what's on tap tonight? Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
When it's game time in the Valley, you know what time it is. It's Twin Peaks time. Head to Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations and massive screens everywhere you look. From basketball, baseball, to hockey, fights, and more, there's no better place to catch every play and all the action. Bud Light is a proud partner of sports fans everywhere. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
The best defense is a good offense at Studs Against Bugs. Our Tri-Guard technology attacks pests at the source and keeps a barrier around your home year-round. Scorpions, shut down. Ants, benched. Spiders, game over. Right now, new customers get their first treatment for just $99, a $229 value. No contracts. Call or text 480-670-4529. Or visit studsagainstbugs.com. Studs Against Bugs. Defending the Valley one home at a time. You push hard. You train hard. Shouldn't your soda work just as hard? Meet Who Knew, the superfood nutrition soda packed with whole vitamins, electrolytes, and antioxidants. Only 5 grams of natural sugar. Over 2,000 5-star reviews. Voted the #1 soda for athletes. Whole food nutrition. Great taste. That's Who Knew. Go to HUNUsoda.com and use code ESPN for 10% off your first order. Who Knew Soda? Soda that's actually good for you. WhoKnewSoda.com. Code ESPN. When it comes to your roof, you don't want to mess around. And Arizona homeowners and business owners have known that for over a decade. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer. Residential, commercial, they do it all. And they've been doing it right here in the Valley for over 10 years. Protect your home, protect your business. And hey, keep your roof sexy with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com. Or call 480-268-4509. State 48 Roofing, Arizona's most trusted roof.
When hot is not an option, Stay Cool delivers. From patios to warehouses, shops to summer events, Stay Cool's Slim Cool Elite and Cool Cube mobile air coolers deliver more air for less money. They're rust-free and backed by more than 40 years of experience keeping you cool. Available now online at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Tractor Supply. Shipped to the store or right to your door. Visit staycool-products.com. Slim Cool Elite and Cool Cube. Get yours today with free shipping and beat the heat.
We get it. A meal shouldn't cost you nearly $20. And we agree. At Venezia's Pizzeria, lunch or dinner for under $10 is still a thing. And for an even sweeter deal, stop in and grab a Slice Rewards card. Get a stamp for every qualifying Slice special. 10 visits, 1 free qualifying special. Simple. And every Tuesday, we double your stamps. That's your free pizza twice as fast. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition with great rewards.
It's the Lerner and Row one call, that's all call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Row, voted Arizona's best law firm.
Again, a team that likes to get in the paint, the New York Knicks, who's there waiting for them is Victor Wembanyama. I just think they're better on both sides of the ball right now. They're a very physical defensive team. They don't let you turn the corner. You set those high pick and rolls. They stay in front of you. They don't let you turn the corner. And then if anything crazy happens, you got Wembanyama behind them. And like you said, there's 7 guys in double digits. They share the ball. They have a lot of confidence, and they have a lot of talent on the offensive end.
That's earlier today on the show. Suns radio analyst Tim Kempton on tonight's Game 1 between the Knicks and the Spurs. And he likes the Spurs in 5. I hope it goes longer. Both Manuch and I like the Spurs to win, and I'm so sick of the people in New York already throwing a parade for the Knicks. But I'm rolling with Timmy on this. I love the Spurs in this series.
I'd love to see the Spurs win. I'd love to see a 7, but I think they win it in 6. Okay. I really do. And I think that this is going to be a very motivated Spurs team. The first game there in San Antonio as they're doing all the pregame hype there in front of the Alamo.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the Alamo?
Oh, I've been there. Every time I go to San Antonio, I always go.
When the first time I saw it, I didn't realize it was that small.
It is.
It is small. But I really believe that with the tutelage of Greg Popovich and Mitch Johnson handling this team being fired up, that, virtually everybody I've talked to, I mean, for Tim to say it was like, wow, finally somebody is giving the Spurs a chance in 5, that all the other pundits are giving all the accolades to Wemby and the Harper kid, they're, and Champagne, they kind of poo-poo the Spurs.
Yeah.
And they give every excuse why the Spurs won, because Holmgren was a no-show. Williams wasn't playing. SJ had to carry the load. I mean, it was just like, guys, that will go across that locker room in San Antonio. So, hey, I like Jalen Brunson. I like a lot of the Spurs. I like to see Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's a good group of teams. I want to see some very competitive. I don't want to see blowouts, but I like the Spurs in 6.
I'm with you on that. That is indeed our Lerner and Rowe one call. That's all. Hey, look, if you've been injured in an accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call Lerner and Rowe. They have been voted Arizona's best personal injury law firm year after year. If you're in a wreck and you need a check, just make one call. It's Lerner and Rowe, 602-977-1900. You can always go online, lernerandrowe.com. Once again, one call, that's all, 602-977-1900. What's on tap tonight? It is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light, the official partner of the 3 really coolest guys ever on radio in the Valley, Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B. At all 5 Twin Peaks locations, Twin Peaks, each drinks scenic views. You get the Knicks and Spurs, ABC, Channel 15 at 5:30, unless you have DirecTV, because they are in a snit and they are off the air. So you can't get it. You got to call Craig Fooey and say, Fooey, pay the bill. Do something. Help a boy out here, will you please? God, come on, man. Once again, 5:30 for the tip on that. Later tonight, Diamondbacks, Dodgers, 6:40 first pitch. Channel 34 if you're on Cox Cable. MLB and DirecTV at 6:86. Shohei Ohtani versus Zach Gallen.
So if you do have DirecTV, why don't you head to your nearest Valley location of Twin Peaks?
That sounds like a plan to me. Yep.
We'll be at the Twin Peaks tomorrow in Deer Valley. We'll be joined by Herman Frazier, gold medal winner, one of the top 400-meter runners at Arizona State, former Syracuse athletic director. We'll get his thoughts on all of the things going on, NIL, the portal. He's also on the board for the 2028 track and field at the Olympics.
Good deal.
As far as that's concerned. I'll also catch up with Rick Kamla, one of the great personalities in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have a breakdown of tonight's game. And then, of course, we'll catch up with Rick Horrow. I have Rick Horrow, but with Howard Balzer at 3:30. Get his thoughts in reference to everything that's going on or not going on with this Arizona Cardinals team. By the way, just real quick, as we always prove Jimmy wrong when we have to.
Yeah.
Procter & Gamble would be the first company to fill the void with Pert Plus.
Yeah, Pert.
2-in-1, not till 1987. Not Prel.
That's a long ways ago. Well, hey, look, it started with a P.
Once again, Max, I'm sorry, man.
Started with a P.
There's therapy
Pearl,
for you
Pert.
after this. Yeah.
Close enough for me.
Prel, not Pert. But, Jimmy, we love you. But once again, we have to fact check you as usual, like that guy in that office.
They did have the shampoo that was shampoo and conditioner all in one. That was my point.
Yeah, not till 1987, not the 60s and 70s when you had hair.
I still have hair. God. Oh, man, we are out of here. Max, turn his mic off.
Take a few days off, Jimmy.
Okay,
B.
goodbye.
You get suspension.
Hey, it's Chris with Ready Services Plumbing and Air Conditioning. We are a family-owned and operated business, and we have been since 1957. Our goal is to leave every customer satisfied and a smile on their face. Ready Services doesn't want to leave your home without leaving you with a 5-star experience. At Ready Services, we believe